Hey, hey, hey. What is up, bitches? Back for another Thursday Lefty Live. I got my brother Kyle here, and we got Kevin, another Kevin from
Kevin.
Ninth
Hello.
Nerdery.
There are a hell of a lot of Kevins in the world, but
Yeah, well, you're the only other one I know in the Ninth community.
We got
You
the
know,
two best ones right here.
it's funny because like in my life, normally when I meet people that have the same name, they run into each other like, "Oh, hey, another person with my name." For some reason, the Kevins I run into are like, "Fuck you! There can only be one." And so it's kind of refreshing to me that you've not been like that.
Yeah, I don't know why
There's
anybody
like
would be like that. That's kind of weird.
There's like a weird angstiness about it, where there people are like, "No, how dare you know another Kevin?"
Like, that's actually why I wanted you to come on, so I could publicly shame you for having my name. No, but
One of you guys
what is
should
up,
definitely-
party people? What?
I'm just saying, one of you guys should probably go by another name because otherwise we're like KKK, and that's not good. We don't need to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, you can just call me Lefty, and we'll call him Kev.
What are you
That
sipping
works.
on over there?
I am sipping on Woodruff Reserve Kentucky bourbon.
I feel like that means I need to go pour some whiskey.
You're a alcohol guy, right? Or not, I'm not alcohol. I mean, whiskey guy. Sorry.
Yeah,
alcohol
well, no,
guy.
spirits in general. I've got
You're like a wall, right?
70 something bottles last time I
Why not?
counted.
You should do a video on your wall. People would love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
It's honestly gotten to the level where it's actually like something I have to explain to people. Like when people, even if I tell people ahead of time that I've got a ton of bottles on my wall, when they walk into my house for the first time, they see it. There's always a "oh shit" kind of reaction. It just takes up the entire wall, and it used to be like a much smaller portion of a larger room. Like I had one of those open floor plans where the living room and dining room and kind of stuff is all one long room. And so it just like a portion of a wall. And now, because when I moved into a place that has just like a standalone living room and it's smaller. Now you walk in and it's the entire wall, and it means that it's the whiskey room. And I wasn't trying to make a whiskey room, as cool as that would be. It's like also the first place you see when you walk into my place. And so anyone that comes and visits for the first time, they just see the entire wall. And I need to learn how to cross stitch, and I need to know, like, make a sign that says like in grandmotherly little script font that says, "If I were an alcoholic, these bottles would all be empty." Or just something, you know.
It sounds like a place I want to visit. It sounds like.
Doesn't sound terrible, man.
Yeah, it's a working library. That's the way I think of it. Every bottle is open, and nothing is off limits. People want to try stuff.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, what are you drinking? Is that mate?
I drink mate every day for lunch, but this is kombucha because I'm like a full complete hipster here in Portland.
Oh God.
Look at Jake Jr.
Yeah, Jake. He's probably more hipster than Jake is.
I live in full on Portland, and like I said, it's kombucha and mate every single day of my life. So
until I stop fogging these up, I
don't even know what that is. I got to be honest. I didn't even know what mate was until Jake said it, and I made fun of him in a spoof video.
Kombucha is monkey piss in a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'll try anything once. I did try the mate, and I was like, bleh.
I've never had it. I tried finding it, and I can't find it. I need you or Jake to send me some.
Like I had to go into Whole Foods. Nobody else
mail me
it.
some.
So okay, like straight mate tastes like a horse's ass. Like it tastes like a barnyard. It tastes really bad, in my opinion. Some people love that, but I get the kind that doesn't taste anything like mate. It's just made from mate, and so it tastes like ginger grapefruit or something. And so I don't particularly like the really barnyardy kind. And the same thing goes with kombucha. Like kombucha tastes really, it's fermented, so it tastes like really funky, and some people love that. But I get the kind that has like pineapple turmeric or something. Like it doesn't taste anything like kombucha.
Right. Why do you get it then if you don't like it?
The versions that I get, I fucking love. This stuff tastes amazing. It's like pineapple juice that's very fizzy and kind of tart.
Pronounce it again. What's it called again?
Kombucha.
Kombucha. Yeah,
I've never seen
I
it.
thought I'd get my ass kicked if I came to like somebody's house and was like, "You any kombucha?" I think I'd get. It's.
Oh, jeez.
It's a funny name. I have to try it now. I'll probably have to go back to Whole Foods to find it.
Yeah,
but I'll have to
probably at the fancy bougie grocery store. For sure.
No, they have it at
literally on the street corners.
There's a whole row of kombucha at your local grocery store. It's the mate that's hard to find.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. There's a ton of kombucha brands out there, and some of them you might hate, but the thing is, they're all going to be very different from each other. So if you hate one, it doesn't mean you're going to hate them all. They're really, really different from each other.
I got way behind on comments because I didn't acknowledge.
How do I see comments? Where do I look for comments?
Are you on a computer or your phone?
I'm on a computer.
On the right side, there should be a thing that says comments, private chat.
There it is.
Yeah.
So we got Dark Lord of Apathy. We got Ethan Ruins EDC. We got Lone Wolf. What's up, Mike? We got Alex in the house, 814. We got Stevie Wonder Woman. Shout out to Stevie. He's a channel member. I got to say that when I see these green people. That's a new thing. Tri-State EDC. What's up, Cole? Tri-Stash is in the house. Blade Ogre. Ken Harris. Jason Brown. Corey. What's up, Corey? Casual EDC, a.k.a. Stafford's EDC. He was at the meetup last week. That was awesome.
Hey, Corey.
I wish I could have gone.
Winchester is in the house. Oh, the Trash Man's in the house. What's up, Thrasher? Another member. Gabriel 777. He's a very opinionated commenter.
We love that.
Sobex is in the house. I love that too. I like having those spirited conversations.
Oh yeah.
Who else? We got Todd Carr coming from Canada. Kay Mason's in the house. Marco, Senor Marcos. What's up? Porn stash, Jason Brown. Tri-State's never gonna live that down, man.
Oh heck no.
Douche number 1. Yes, that's me. Douche number 2. Who's douche 2 and who's douche 3? I don't know if it's Stevie's douche 2 and Brandon's douche 3. It's one of those orders. Just decided to call ourselves douches,
Nice,
cool.
nice. Can I make an observation?
Where did you know yourself?
Eagle Rare, maybe. There you go. What's up?
I want to make an observation. Kevin Jr. Has anybody? Sorry, that's the only I can do. Has anybody ever told you look like Spider-Man?
Which Spider-Man?
Like the last one. The guy who played in the Marvel
I know what he's talking about. Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man is the one he's talking about.
Is that the one I'm talking about? Yeah, anyway.
No.
Nobody said that? I think you look like Spider-Man. You got.
Oh wait, are you talking about the one from the Marvel movie, like the Avengers? Or the one who had the movies with Emma Rose or Emma, what's her fucking name? Emma Stone.
Not the ones that were shit.
Well, they're all shit. There's no good ones.
The first 3, like the ones with.
All right, that's it. That's it. We're gonna figure this out together.
Look, I'm just saying.
It's either Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield.
Somehow he knows this.
I'm a comic book nerd. I'm just a big nerd in general.
Oh, there you go.
Well, if I could spell right, we'd get there eventually. All right. Here we go. Here's a whole listing of Spider-Mans. Is it dude on the right, dude in the middle, or or the African American one?
The animated African American.
No. So the guy on the left, those was shit. So
yeah,
Kevin looks like the guy on the right, and the guy in the middle, like fucked and had a baby.
That's what he
looks like.
Yes, they had a hipster baby.
Yeah.
They had a hipster baby. I think he kind of looks like this one. Oh, that's the new one. Okay, yeah. All right.
More so, that's what I say. He more so looks like, but I'm just saying, like you would kill a Spider-Man costume. Just saying.
I completely wimped out at Halloween. I didn't dress up as anything. I just sat at home watching horror movies.
Yeah, how old are you? I mean, I don't dress up either. My kid did.
I'm 35, but like, there's a lot of friends that I got that go all out and do like cosplay level of nonsense. I have a lot of friends that are into horror movies. So they do a lot of like fake blood gore and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So I'm not similar in that case, but I'm 33. You're 35. We're close. But yeah, guys, if you haven't heard of Kevin, he runs the Knife Nerdery channel. He's a straight up nerd, and he's proud of it. And he kind of puts that into knives. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. It's awesome. You can actually learn stuff while you're checking out knives. It's kind of cool. I always see it as like the opposite of me. So like I'm the guy who's like, ooh, this is awesome because it feels awesome. And Kevin is like, this is awesome because the diameter of the thing rolling on the other thing with the right angle of the sun hitting the spot right here is creating a spark that drops the blade down instantly. You know, it's kind of like that. So if you're into that stuff, check out Kevin's channel.
I was talking with my girlfriend last night, and she was trying to do that same kind of how I talk parody, like engineer talk parody. And I hadn't heard anyone do that to me in a really long time. And she was saying like velocity impact of the something, just throwing words like that out. I try not to sound.
You're an engineer by trade.
Huh? What?
You're an engineer by trade? Is that what you are?
Yeah. I'm not a mechanical engineer and I'm not a structural engineer or something like that. I try to say that on my channel. I took a bunch of statics and physics classes in college just because I thought they were fun, but I'm not like a mechanical engineer.
You are really a fucking nerd. You took those for fun.
Yeah, that is exactly the kind of nerd I am. I love physics by far. One of like my pipe dream retirement jobs is to be a physics professor.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you like Spider-Man and Sheldon Cooper, like mixed like all in there. That's what you are. That's awesome.
Josh Worth is in the house. What's up? He said he just got over the kombucha talk, but because it's Lefty LaCroix, I'm not surprised. I do have a little backup LaCroix after my Dr. Pepper cream soda, which Jake put me onto.
Yeah,
I never knew this existed.
You're like,
it's delicious, man.
It just sounds like delicious. A diabetic coma to me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's way too sweet. Is it? Yeah. Is it not way too sweet?
I mean, if you drink Coke or something, it's not any different. It just tastes good. I mean,
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that either.
What do you mean?
It's got cream soda in it, right? Cream soda is like excessively sweet.
Yeah, and then Dr. Pepper is no, savory drink either.
I don't know. Maybe I don't think it's sweeter than Coke, but
I will have to try it. I might pass out and go.
What's up, Josh? He's another channel member. Gotta shout those out. D Legal's in the house. Bees Blades is in the house. Cue Ball's in the house. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm a douchebag. It happens. Just chalk it up to being a douchebag. This duck lover's here.
What's up, Chris?
Duck lover. What's up, Grady? Shane Gables is here. Shane Gables. I did a video the other day, and I admitted Shane was right about something. So stay tuned for my Aloni goat comparison videos. That was fun. I had two of basically the same knife. And this is something I want to talk to Kevin about. I have had the Aloni Goat version 1 made by Tuya and the Aloni Goat version 2 made by Riot. And it's the same design, just basically OEM by different companies, right? Some things are different because they changed like inlay and whatever. But the way they both executed it was very interesting. And I ended up liking the Tuya better. And it surprised the fucking hell out of me. And Shane always gives me shit for being all over Riot, and he's like, other OEMs produce shit at the same quality for less. And I don't know if I believe that. The Riot was still better made and everything, but the Tuya just implemented it better, if that makes sense. It's the way it came together.
Better about it.
I like the action better. I like the way the lock bar disengaged. I like the way they did the inlay actually better. Because they glued it on, which sounds worse, but there weren't two fucking screws like, eyesores in the middle of it, because that knife already has too many screws. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that, and I went over it in the video, so you could stay tuned for that eventually, like 2 weeks from now. But the reason I said I want to talk to you about it was because I heard you commented in a video something about the Best Tech Tulip and a Civivi being the same or something, and one's budgety and one, I don't know. So so I haven't actually opened that other one yet, but
The reason why I haven't opened it yet is because I bought a third version, and I like stupid little knives. I like dumb little like tiny box cuttery knives.
Okay.
So this is the Best Tech Tulip.
Nerd.
I'm just kidding. Yes. And I also
might hear that a couple times.
I do like mostly box cutter open type tasks, and so these types of things I like just being able to have in my fifth pocket or something.
That's why I love a sheep's foot or a warning.
Exactly. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was just playing with the Riv, and that's like that same perfect cutting thing. Anyway, so I love stupid little knives. I think they're just funny looking, and I think they're fun to play with. And this is an O-Step Hell design, and he did this with Best Tech, but he did two different versions. And this one is a frame lock version, and he also did a double detent, like slip joint version. And then he came out with Civivi with something called the Kiwi, which is like a Kiradashi blade. This is a Kiradashi blade shape, and
the Civivi Kiwi.
Kiwi, Ki-V.
Yeah, Ki-V.
Yeah, by Civivi, and it's like a
Kiwi. That's
a cutesy name like that. Yeah. But like no one knows what it is because it's Ki-V, so everyone's saying like Kiv or Kiv.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to call it either.
Yeah,
and it's literally the exact same design. Like it's very, very marginally different. But the difference is this is like a very precision machined titanium frame lock version, and the version they did is G10 scales and like I think 9CR, no, not 9CR. Whatever they do, whatever they're doing right now, like the 10CR 15.
Oh, the 10CR 16, whatever. Yeah, I know.
That's cool though. So you have a choice. I mean, basically the same knife, but you can go budget or you can go a little bit more premium.
Exactly. And what I thought was really interesting, aside from just that comparison, because I really wanted to do that kind of like, what do you get by spending twice as much money? And so I want to do that, but the other thing is that they implement the double detent differently. Like
I was going to ask how it locks. Yeah.
So the version of this I just bought. The reason why I haven't opened the other one yet is because I just bought the version of this that is the non-locking double detent one. And just FYI, I did use your White Mountain Knives Lefty 10 or whatnot.
Boom.
But the way that both the Kiwi and the double detent version of the Tulip are like the kind that have two detent balls on the sides, but one of them has a hole that goes all the way through in the back and only part way through in the open or at the front. And so it's like both detent balls are engaged when it's fully open and only one detent ball is engaged when it's closed.
Huh.
And so it's like more detent strength keeping it open, preventing it from popping down.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, and then the one that Civivi did works the same way as this stylum. And so this one has both detent balls engaged in both positions, but they still try and make it so that the open position is like a harder detent. They failed. This thing is like really easy to close, but this is technically harder to close than it is to open. Like it's easier to open. And they're doing that in an entirely different way. They're using the geometry of the way that the blade tang is engaging with the lock ball. Like they actually like countersunk it, so it's not a crisp edge; it's a ramp edge. And so it's like they're both doing the same thing of trying to make it stay open harder than it. Like they're trying to make it harder to close.
Right.
They did it in totally different ways. And I haven't played with the other one yet. From what I understand, it's supposed to be better at it. So I really wanted to see what that comparison is like too.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to know.
Nerd stuff. I mean, perfect example.
Now that knife would get lost in the crease of my palm.
Yeah,
but I like the way it looks. I do like the way it looks.
Yeah, I'm not into the tiny knife. I know you like that Ferrum Forge. Well, first off, you like Ferrum Forge, right?
Yeah.
I like them too. They're like in a category for me with like Voxnez and I'd probably put Leon Ma in there. That's just like the ergos they always achieve are just so good.
Yeah, for especially like for something. Well, this is small for me, but the Stinger, man. Have you checked out the Stinger? I don't remember if I've seen the Stinger on. Yeah, boy.
Sure, he has one. Well, man, you got to get the flipper delete going. That's
dude, I'm telling you, that looks sick. It's the sickest Stinger I've ever seen in my life. Just saying.
But I have handled a couple since then, like at that meetup, and those had good detents, so the flipper was awesome.
Yeah. I watched your video and yours sucks, but my D10 on my flipper is amazing.
Mine is good too. Mine works like really well.
Mine was just trash, so I was like, why not fix it myself? I didn't do it myself, but why not get it chopped off? And it's so much more ergonomic anyway.
I just got this in the mail. Like,
oh, dude,
literally yesterday. I didn't buy it. This is the pass around group.
Yeah.
And so this is the knockoff, I mean, if you will.
It's the Sakshi.
Yeah,
that's what I said. They should. I mean, Ferrum Forge better be getting a cut of that. Like,
it's so like brazenly the same knife.
They took the blade and they got rid of the choil, and then they basically put like an elementum handle on it and called it a different knife. Like,
so it still has the a groove here, but it's not as crisp of an edge. So I think you get a lot better traction on the stinger. Like, that's a lot easier to do. I think it's easier to slip off of this one. I don't think you would. But to me, this is exactly what you just said. They took the same way that they took the Gent and made a blobby version of it and made the Elementum.
Yeah.
They took the Stinger and made a blobby version of it and made the Sakshi.
Apparently, it doesn't cause bad blood because obviously there's so many similarities. And granted, every knife's going to have similarities to some things, but you have a company that does.
But we keeps doing it, man. They just keep doing it.
And these are both marble carbon fiber. They both have the same color liners that sit slightly proud. Yeah. These are just uncanny resemblance. But as you said, Ferrum Forge keeps working with them. They must be doing right by them in the back end somehow.
I got rust on here again, man. This normally Nitro V doesn't cause a problem, but this thing rusts just sitting in my knife. I never carry it, by the way. I literally own this knife because Jake gave it to me. I'd probably would have given it away by now.
That's why, the blasted finish on the blade.
It's fucking. That's something I wanted to ask you about as well, Kevin, is about bead blasts. I should write this down. Bead blasts. Because I wanted to go over a couple of comments first, but I wanted to talk about, like, why do they constantly choose to do bead blasts, and what's the process, if you know, and like, is it just the cheapest fucking thing you could possibly do and that's why they do it?
I mean, the cheapest thing they could do is probably just leave the grind lines on.
Right. Wouldn't that be, why wouldn't you do that then? Because I would love that.
But see, even a stonewash, when you stonewash a blade, it goes in a tumbler. There's no human element. It just goes in there for a certain period of time. A blaster, somebody has to physically hold it or at least put it in a fixture and blast that thing. So I would think it'd be more time consuming.
Yeah. I mean, every time I've ever watched a video on how it's actually done, it definitely looks like a hell of a lot more human involvement than just putting a little zip tie on it and putting it in a tumbling bag.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's rusting because like the blasting creates way more surface contact. So all those little tiny pits, it's like way more surface area that water can residue get in. And it's like,
yeah, it's amazing because I'm in the medical field. And so we blast a lot of our parts. And when you're talking about smaller increments of measurement, we're talking tens of thousands of measurements. When you blast something, sometimes it actually gets bigger because of the pitting, because it actually pits and actually will get bigger. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah, as far as like, why don't they just leave it a second finish? Did you just cut yourself?
I stabbed myself, yes. I'm sitting here trying to rub the blade, listening. I'm okay. It didn't actually get me. Went right into a callus.
Yeah, but like basically they would have to be more careful about their grind lines. Like you can be sloppier if you know you're going to cover it up later. And they can just go faster and not be quite as like perfectly in line. When you see like Riot have those belt satin finishes, they're being very careful while making that perfectly straight up and down.
Yeah, they are. I love
They're better than anybody at it.
I love it. Fucking love it.
Well, I will say Tuya fucking did an excellent job on this big belly. Those grind lines are almost Riot-esque on there.
I want to see that whole thing. Show me that whole thing on that big belly.
Wow.
Man, that looks pretty similar to this.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
I know what this is called.
It also kind of looks like a Doug Ritter knife.
Yes.
Like a Griptilian or something.
The tall.
But this thing's excellent.
the one thing that this thing does, the Sakshi, is that like no matter how much I've tuned this, the Stinger has never really been particularly smooth. And I don't.
Right.
I'm not like you. I don't need a knife to be guillotine for like that's not what I'm chasing. But I have to. It's just there's a lot more resistance.
Really, I like mine. It's not a polish up. Mine feels really smooth. Like, but granted, now I carry this, but I don't carry knives, the same knife all the time ever. So, I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. But mine, that feels very smooth.
Now, are we talking about smooth or are we talking about drop shut? Because there's a big difference to me.
So, I mean, what I'm saying is that this one has less resistance to close, and so it requires less force to close.
Not grittiness or anything, but
and I think
neither are gritty. But this
I think that's because of how they did the lock. I think it's a different style of lock, isn't it? Like a thicker lock bar, isn't that more of like a sub frame lock than it is a liner lock? If that makes sense.
It's definitely a liner lock. I think. Oh, you know what? Part of it must be. Okay, two things going on. One is that the blade is literally just thicker, so it's just heavier. But then also the force, like the by far, hands down, the number one thing that makes something have resistance to close is the pressure from the lock bar.
That's what I'm getting at, right?
And this one is just like a lighter pressure by a meaningful degree. Like this, pressing this over takes very little.
I missed a sorry, bees.
I bet you the size of the ceramic ball for the detent ball makes a difference too. And I don't know if it's the size.
Hey guys, bees blades. I did have in the giveaway tonight. Got a bees blade sticker. So thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it does look like a slightly larger detent ball, but like it's not like one of the really big detent balls. It's just like a little bit bigger.
Kevin gets the shittiest example of every knife. Poor guy. So. Dude, I do. I honestly get like 80%. It's not 80. 60% of knives I get that come in new are fucked up somehow.
It's also probably 60% of Kevin being a picky bitch.
Yeah, but if I spend however much on a knife.
I know I'm not. I mean, I'm just giving you a hard time, but I don't know anybody who sent back knives more than you.
Don't give me a hard time then.
I love
send them back. I usually get them like I don't return them. Like I get them fixed or whatever.
Yeah. And you
whether it's I send it to somebody else or the company. Like I'm not just gonna take a fucked up knife and be like, sure, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And especially because all of us have had the experience of where we were, where we are now with our knife collecting, and we've handled so many great examples of knives. And so you do get more of a sense of like, yeah, this isn't right. Even though when we first started the channel or first started collecting knives, we might not have even noticed that.
Yeah, and you're like your sense of entitlement kind of goes up in a good way though, because you understand what things can and should be.
Right.
Probably cue ball. My house probably is full of moisture.
But
I'll tell you what, in the winter, my hands crack to death because it's too dry. So like, I don't fucking know, man. It's just it's a lose-lose situation, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure it does have something to do with during the summer and the humid. Like my house probably isn't locked up super tight because it's old, Do you
just run the shower on hot and let it fog up the entire house? Just like
I shut the damn door when I take a shower, but I don't know, whatever.
Wait, are you showering with your knives? I've never actually heard you say
no. Jason Brown, I think all of Kev's knives come to him fine, but after he's taken them apart, he struggles to put them. Nah, man. If it's a problem I caused after, then it's my fault. I've never sent a knife back like that. That would be fucked up, though. Mike Emler asked Elliot about it, and he said he was fine with the similarities. Oh,
that makes sense. All right, cool.
Oh, now I'm bleeding. There it is. The designers probably don't want to rock the boat. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about something else.
Oh, probably like Ferrum Forge not complaining about their things being slightly off because they just want to stay on the good side of the people.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, they give them so much business, they may push them to the front of the line compared to other knives. Who knows?
And like this thing that I was showing earlier, this double detent, the stylum, this is a Ferrum Forge design, but it's something that they just designed but sold the design, like it's just licensed through them.
Yeah.
So they definitely want to stay on the business of the people who are going to like buy this.
I actually hate it when they do that kind of stuff. And the reason for that, what was it? The Mordax, the Protect Mordax. Perfect example of how that knife was overpriced because of things like that.
Yeah.
It was Ferrum Forge design, made by Protect, and then what was it? Now it's called
Drop.
Drop.
Yeah.
All three of those entities had to have a piece.
Every single one of them needs their name on it, and every single one of them needs to take their cut.
Right, and so it drove the price up, and it was a great knife, but it was expensive for what it was, I think.
The Malibu is $200. $189. I think there was the like MSRP or map pricing. I forget how that works. And then the Mordax is like $240 or something. I think
it's like $250, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So that or $260 maybe even. So that
Not
extra.
even
That extra, $50-$60 is basically those companies getting their cut.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It might be something else.
Thanks to Women Carry Knives, she sent this Band-Aid, and I'm using it. So
you got to take care of her trash panda.
All right. So wait, what did you guys carry today?
What's up, Mateo?
Where's Mateo? Dude, I am so far behind. I apologize. I try.
Hey guys,
Mateo's,
if you don't already know,
better be working on my jerky.
Go to Shadow Rangers, and then Mateo, you got to let us know exactly where we need to go because you need to get some of this guy's jerky.
He put his email in the Shadow Rangers group. Mateo, put your email in here.
Yeah,
you guys hit him up. You can buy jerky off him. I call it jerky chips. That's a trademark now, so don't try to steal that shit. He literally makes it so thin and crunchy. It's like chips, which maybe doesn't sound good, but it is fucking delicious to just.
No, it's awesome. The texture of it makes it really what it is. Not just the flavor, but the texture that you get from it, because it's different. You just don't usually get that from a jerky.
It's crispy like a chip.
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
Oh,
email
delicious.
him.
I love jerky. So.
Delicious.
You need to get some. I'm gonna put the thing up. There it is. It's his name backwards at gmail.com. Mateo Martinez. Everybody calls him Zenny.
A member of the Shadow Rangers on Facebook. What the fuck? Go do that, and you can find it there.
Are you on Facebook, Kevin? Yeah, you are, right?
Yeah.
You should join the group, man. It's a lot of fun. You're not in there, right?
No, I up until like 2 weeks ago, I was in maybe 2 groups because I just didn't care that much.
TRM and
like,
I don't know.
That's all my Facebook is now is knife groups.
Our group is basically everybody having fun, talking shit. Like it's not like nobody's being an asshole.
And then in like the last 2 weeks, my friend Noah has been inviting me to other groups because I've been looking for like to buy certain things, and he's found them for sale. So I have to join the group before I can even see the post he's trying to link me to.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's actually a great thing because you can find some pretty good deals.
I did a video on that yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I haven't watched it yet. I
watched the first like 10 minutes or so, but then I had to go run and do other stuff. But yeah, I just picked
48 minutes long.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I saw your video on that. That's the Herman Vespatilio. I really want to try one of those. What?
So I got this. This is the Vespertilio.
Oh shit! You got another one? Jesus, dude!
I just got the Sting.
I didn't realize. My bad.
I like that sunburst pattern.
Yeah.
That's his thing, right? That's Herman's thing.
Yeah, and he does this. I don't know if my like shitty webcam is going to pick it up at all, but like this is micro milled little starburst radial thing, and this thing, just like the Vespertilio, they both do this thing where they make these noises when you open them.
Oh, I love noises. Oh, haptic sounding. Yeah.
And they just sound crazy, and it's they just have a really like clunk, and it's this the lock bar is making this like, have you ever seen one of those little hand pianos, like the little metal rods that you like pluck? You know what I'm talking about? It's called a karimba.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do.
It sounds like
a
that.
Piece of wood with guitar strings on it, basically.
Yeah, but it's making like like a clanky, like jaw harp almost sound on the way the lock bar is, and that's what's making that noise.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of like a haptic, sort of. It's got that.
It does sound like a haptic. It sounds weirdly like a haptic.
Yeah.
But
I don't know though. It's flipper only, right?
That's the big thing. Is they are definitely the way that they're aligned and everything. It's definitely flipper only, and I'm just not super excited about flipper only knives.
Yeah.
But these are just so like the way it feels and the way it sounds.
Shut?
The way it, it's not going to be like it's not going to be like what you want. It's like that, like the
How
tiniest
much are
little-
they?
I don't know. That's pretty good though.
Oh no, it's incredibly easy to close. How much are they? Depends. Like that's the thing is like I got a really great deal on this because I got it on Facebook.
Right.
I think they're like $670 new, so they're not cheap. But I got like
They're
That's
American
not
made.
crazy.
these are Polish.
Polish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a Polish dude. That's the only place to get them new, I think, is Polish Custom Knives or something.
If
Yeah,
somebody
Polish
sent me a
custom
pound
knives,
of Polish sausage and the knife, I might pay that.
I don't know. I mean, that price isn't terrible. I thought they were like twice
It's
as
not-
much as like a
It's not
haptic.
terrible if the quality's good. It's just like I'm with Kevin though that like flipper only knives get so boring to me so fast. I don't know if I could justify the price for myself. A lot of
Yeah.
people love
Yeah.
flippers.
My
That's
problem
their
is
thing.
I love knives like that, so then I buy them and then I'm like, and then I never carry them because, like the haptic, I bought another one recently,
Right.
and I'm already like thinking about selling it because it's just like it gets old really, really, really fast.
It
somehow.
does. It really does. That's why I don't even do that anymore. I don't even buy knives like that because I know it's going to happen.
yeah. So
I'm
with
not
me,
there yet.
I have enough knives that I don't buy this because I think this is going to be the knife that is going to be like all the end knife for me. I know this isn't the end knife for me. It's a flipper only knife. It's not that fun to play with, but the noises it makes and being able to like, this is like an art knife to me.
There you
It's
go.
really
Okay.
very functional. Like it cuts great. It's ground exceptionally well, and it is sturdy. But to me, this is a knife that I got largely to just kind of appreciate how
Right.
gorgeous and careful all this milling is. This is like one of those
Wow.
types of appreciation. And so the fact that it makes that really unique noise that no other knife in my collection does, that makes me go like, I want to keep that still.
No,
I
I
get
get
it.
that. I
I
totally
don't
get
play
that.
with it though. Not the same
I'll
way.
just buy another F5 instead.
I still have
Um,
2 of those. I got that Segaiha one with the wave pattern.
Dude,
and I
that
need
one
to-
looks so fucking much like a toy. Like I can't get over it.
You know, you said that. You said that the finish was different, but I have them side by
What are
side.
you waving that around for? You get a
I'm
new
just
one?
saying, it's a middle finger flick and it's got those really cool little millings. I'm just saying, Nicole.
Okay.
All American.
Yeah, it is cool.
I
Did you
want
ever clean that
that
out, you
version.
fucker? Dirty bastard.
What?
Did you ever clean it?
It's not dirty.
At Blade Show, it was dirty, man. It needed a cleaning then.
Oh. Well, it's not dirty.
Well, let me see it drop shut
If you want, yeah.
real quick.
Well, see, this is
Wait.
what I like about it. It is a fall controlled. Oh,
See,
Yeah.
it could be better, though.
No.
It does look good. Maybe I was
Kevin.
wrong. I don't know.
were you talking about this? Have you not experienced one of these yet?
Never have.
All
And
right.
that milled one is the one I think I'd probably like the most.
Now this is a flipper delete though. This is only so. That's the reason I like it is because of the finger control. That's a big deal for me. So that's why I like it. Not everybody is like that, but I'm willing to send this to you. The last time I offered to send this guy a knife, he was like, "Well, I'm ordering it." And I was like, "Okay, fine."
Well, I mean, I did go buy that EMP EDC Nimble. Like,
Oh, so you remember? Yeah, I was so excited when I first started this channel. I was like, "Hey, let me just send this guy a knife." But I
I
will
just
send
got
this to you.
that guy.
A
if you
new
want to.
edge put on this baby.
Oh,
I love the Nimble, man.
Bow.
Such
Who
a good
sharpened
knife.
it for you? Was that Jared?
No, my buddy Joe, he's a local dude. It's so awesome. We meet up and we have lunch, and we did today actually. And he loves sharpening. It's like his therapy. He might be in the comments. What's up, Joe? If you're here, and I just literally bring like 3 or 4 knives to lunch, and then 2 weeks later, I get them back with fucking mirror edges on them.
That's
Like
awesome.
all the ones I have in my hands right now have mirror edges on them.
Yeah, because you don't sharpen at all, right?
No,
I got like the whole setup.
I don't want to get into it because look at these edges, dude. He's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if you can see it, but
No, they
he
shine.
just sits there like watching TV and just fucking instead of jerking off, he fucking strokes the KME. And he's a monster at it, man. He really is. Makes me want to do like testing on knives now. Like the reason I never do that is because one, I don't do that kind of shit. So it's like, why am I testing the knife to do stuff I don't do? Yeah. And then second, I don't want to ruin the edge and then have to fucking find somebody to sharpen it. Because if I get into sharpening, like I'm going to have a second channel all about sharpening. Like I'm just that fucking nuts. So like, I don't even want to start getting into it. So, but I'm like, he could do it. So maybe I could like test the knives and then he could sharpen them after. I don't know, but it's just something I don't really think I would enjoy. Like, I'll just go watch Stasa do it. You know, like
I got the whole setup. I'm blanking right now on what it's called. It's like
KME, TS Prof.
No, it's not
Work
that one.
Sharp.
No, it's fancy. It's fuck, I'll look it up in just a second.
Viper Sharp.
I have so many fucking knives that I never actually need to sharpen them. Like I
Wicked Edge.
That's the way I am. I have a KME and I have everything from.
Is it a Wicked Edge or?
I didn't go that hard. I didn't go Wicked Edge.
Edge Pro.
I'm looking it up.
No, I want to guess, man.
Okay, you can keep guessing.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You've named them.
I already did.
I'm very curious.
TS Prof. Work Sharp Precision Sharpener. Is it cheap or expensive?
It's expensive, but not like
Lanny's Clip. No, it's called
Lanny's Clip.
You know what I'm talking about? It starts with an L. Lansky.
But those are cheap. Those are cheap.
No, okay. I got the Hapstone. Have you ever seen Hapstone?
What the fuck is that? No, you bought
Google,
some shit off.
Bring up Hapstone on your little like.
You can do it. Just ask to share it. Ask to share it, and then I'll share it.
Where do I press a button like that?
It should be like right under us or something. It should say share or something like that. We should learn how this works so that other
I'm doing this on a folding laptop thing, so I can't even use a mouse.
What is it? Hapstone?
Hapstone. Yeah. Hapstone.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hapstone.
It actually exists.
Am I showing anything right now?
No. Now it's coming up.
Gritomatic. Oh, they sell it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like expensive. Oh, you bought one of the cheap ones? It's still expensive.
Yeah, I have the mid-range one. I built my own. That's one of the things I liked about this is that you can build exactly the components you want. And so
which one did you build? Which one?
I started with the R2 standard and I added like little precision adjust bits that allow you to.
You basically paid for a KME. I don't like.
Oh, I paid more than a KME. Yeah, I liked it more than the KME.
And it does the same thing?
It does. Like the parts that it goes through, like this part, the orange bit that the thing slides through has something like 12 ball bearings that keeps it really that bit right there. On a KME, it's just a Teflon hole that it glides through, and so it that part wears out, and it also just like doesn't glide quite as smoothly. That thing in there glides like super fucking glassy, and it's just like a more precise version.
What's up, YouTube? Knife Crazy here.
Oh, Knife Crazy, and he's a KME fan, so
video for you. But this is going to be a little different. This one has actually already been done. I'm going to leave the links down below. There's a unboxing of this sharpening system, and there's a demo video. All right, so if you don't know what
stones are freaking long as shit compared to the KME.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They have longer stones. They have the Veneve diamond stones that Jared uses.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like that. See, with my KME, I can only do a blade so long. That looks like you could do a blade for like fucking 12 inches.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I did this is because I wanted to be able to do all of my kitchen knives, my chef's knives and stuff.
Gotcha.
And it has a fine tuner. That's right here. Okay.
Yeah, I got that little thing. That's one of the.
Not really. I'm going to do a quick sharpening demo about it, just kind of show. But this is about the update that was done.
All right, sorry, I can't just watch.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, I did KME.
What my brain does, and I hyper shopped, and I figured out all of the things I liked about the KME.
That's what I do. Yeah, I do the same thing. I just
I found this
research.
Fixes the things I didn't like about the KME. Like it has a wooden holder knob at the end already. I've only used it maybe 3 times because I don't need to sharpen knives very often ever, and it works great.
Right.
But
That's the thing.
I sharpen so seldom that I feel like I have no clue. I don't have any expertise on that whatsoever. So when I watch people like Jared freehand sharpening, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, there's no way, dude. I've tried to freehand sharpen and I fuck shit up. I can't do it. I gotta have an angled system for myself. I got to. Now, hand sharpening, if you know what you're doing, obviously is way better. Just looking at what Jared can do, but I can't do it. Just all
Dark Lord Apathy says the Work Sharp Precision Sharpener is good for the money, dude. That's the one I would get. I would spend the $50 or $80, and then I would just like when I needed it, whip it out. That's what she said. I was like, then I would want like, how do I get a mirrored edge? And then I would, buy the kit to do that. And then like, but I'm just not good at anything that even with that, like helping me somehow, I would still fuck it up. I swear to God.
It's not, I mean, it's definitely a learning curve. Even with an angled system, it's not like it's does it for you. It doesn't. It's definitely a learning curve. And I went down the rabbit hole where I got the lapping films to get the mirror edge and whatnot. Yeah. And I've done that on quite a few knives, but I'm still not even confident in myself because I'm like, Kevin, like all of us, we have so many knives we never have to sharpen. So the knives that I've sharpened have been other people's knives, friends that are crappy knives that just need an edge put on them. And so I'll work on those. But I'm not even confident in myself enough to do a $950 knife if I need to. I'm just not confident yet.
Yeah, I'm not either. Like I've used it mostly to sharpen like the cheaper chef's knives that I have or the kitchen knives that I have that I know if I fuck up, it's okay. And I haven't actually sharpened with it any of my like nice things at all. Like I don't trust myself on them yet. I still need to learn.
Dude, Corey, you should talk to Joe since he's local. Like he does this shit sitting on his couch, jerking off, watching TV. Like I'm pretty sure he could tell you his secret. I don't think he says it's fucking easy. It doesn't take long. It's not hard. And I'm like, damn, dude, like holy fucking balls. Like that's...
Dude, it depends on if you have to reprofile it because the great thing about those sharpeners.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
You can micro adjust it to get it on the angle that you want, and then it's not much profile and it's just kind of taking off material. But if you have to reprofile a blade, it takes fucking forever. At least for me, and I've got like the beast stone.
I don't know if he has done that much stuff like reprofiling because I feel like most of the time he's literally taking a brand new knife and he's just throwing a mirrored edge on the existing edge.
Oh no, a lot of people do that. I know so many people that as soon as they get a knife, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's weird.
And if you have one of those things that does let you like tune it in exactly, or if you're talented enough that you can match that angle exactly, then taking something from a factory edge to a mirror edge is not nowhere near as much effort. Yeah.
Now, do you use the Sharpie method to get that angle?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, the one that I got has this little knob that lets you very, very, very micro, like a tenth of a degree, move it up and down. And so I use the Sharpie method, and then I tune that until I get that angle just lined up with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And sometimes that's harder. That's easier said than done too, because I've noticed that. I'm sorry, I'm getting my jacket on because I'm going outside. It's like one side will be at almost at a different angle than the other, and so then you got to find a happy medium, and then that's when the reprofiling has to start if the grind is not already even.
Yeah, like these constant angle systems, like they're making it consistent from side to side, but the factory often is off by like a half or a whole degree.
Right.
Yeah. No, he says reprofiling is easy within.
Once you do it,
I don't know what that is. Is that Atome 140? I don't know if that's a stone he has. Maybe.
That must be a stone.
I don't know much about it.
Someone
I got the handle
Blitz 360. Has anyone ever used those?
This guy said something about it.
Yeah. Has anyone actually used those? What are they like? I've seen them. They look fancy. They're one of those ones that lets you do like the super adjust.
That's what is it? A sharpener?
It's a sharpening
Blitz? Is it like angled one, or is it one of the
it's a
flat
ones?
One,
but it's one of those ones that's like about micro degree.
He says it's great. I don't know.
Cool.
See, the one thing that because I really wanted a Wicked Edge, but I couldn't justify the price. But I like the Wicked Edge in the fact that you can do less time because it's both sides.
Yep.
Even though the way I do it and the way I guess you're supposed to do it is you're waiting for the bird to show up, and that's how you know you reach the apex. So I'm not sure about that. A lot of people could probably tell us. But,
I assume you have to kind of know what you're doing in order to adjust to a system like that. Like I don't think
I've only ever used a Spyderco chart maker.
Oh yeah,
like that's all I've used. So like I don't know. People always talk about finding the burr. Like I have no idea what that is. Like I've never seen one or felt one. And I've never tried to get into it because I'm afraid of what will happen. And I really don't have the room here to like do it. I don't feel it. Like maybe once I have like a man garage, cave or whatever, I'll try to get into it. But I also don't use my knives enough to need to sharpen them that often. And then I'm not doing stuff to where like putting these cool edges on it, like at this angle is going to help me do this certain thing. Like I don't need that. I just need this knife to be sharp and let me cut out shipping labels. Like that's and open packages and cut a little cardboard occasionally. Like, and I think it looks cool that it fucking shimmers now. Like fuck, that's why I wanted that sharpening. Not because, I mean, there are times where I'm like, I wish this edge was better. And then I have him like my nimble. This thing needed an edge because it was the factory edge and I was wearing it out. I had sent it around for review and stuff. So it comes down, it just depends, but like, I just don't see the need. Like and now I have a buddy who can just do it. It's awesome. Yeah. Like I fucking love.
I think what you said about like getting caught up in it, that's another thing. Part of the reason why I haven't really dove into it is because I know it would consume me. I would nerd out so hard that I would have.
You will nerd out so hard on that. You'll do it worse than I would probably.
Yeah. He'd be over there getting like laser angle finders and shit,
Yeah. Like
I mean,
he'll nerd out and actually make it work. Like I'll nerd out and fuck it all up. Like it'll still look bad.
I did get the like angle cube and everything.
See, yeah, right. I thought about that, but I actually just used my phone and it was accurate enough.
Yeah.
I just bought a $10 caliper on Amazon. That's what I did this week. This thing is so flimsy, but I think it works pretty well actually. So there's that.
They're definitely not accurate, but they're accurate enough for what you're doing.
Did either of you buy this knife?
No, I've heard you know nothing but rave about that thing though.
Man, it is so good.
No, I did not.
I'm not opening it because I took it apart and put bearings in it today. Even though I did a first impressions the day I got it. I got it like Monday or Tuesday. That night I did the first impressions and was like, I'm not going to do it because it feels great and I don't need to. And then today I did it anyway, and I filmed that, so I'll throw that in at the end of that video. But like,
you just can't help yourself.
Yeah, I can't. And it really, for me, it's just because I like the bearings better. Like I know that this knife. I mean, if you listen to this detent, like, can you hear that at all?
Yeah.
You know that lock bar is gonna be the issue. Like that's why it's not gonna drop freely. It's because there's pressure from the lock bar. The bearings aren't going to do anything in this knife, really. And that was true when I put in Gillians and then I put in skiffs. There was no difference between that and the factory bearings. But I like having the skiffs in there or Gillians just because it's not that shitty stamped cage that it's in.
You owe Jason Brown and Joseph Blair some balls.
Yep, I know. Yep. Jason Brown, a few dollars towards your man garage cave. Thanks, bro. Hey, how you liking that GEC? I think he said he liked it. Jamie Loves Knives donated a GEC number 97 to me. Like he gave it to me. And it's basically a 3 3/4 inch slip joint. It's fucking huge, like the blade on it. It's like a giant traditional. And I was like, I'm not gonna carry, like, it's just gonna be a knife that I'd be like, this was given to me by, and so I was like, why don't we give it to somebody? And I was talking to Ben from Jack Wolf Knives, and I was like, do you have one of these? Like, would you want it or whatever? And he was like, it's not for me or whatever. And then he suggested Jason Brown. So I sent it to Jason Brown. He got it this week. So
Jason is like seriously a loyal follower of all of our channels, comments all the time. He's just a great dude. And so he deserves that knife.
here's your balls, Joe. This is the Joe who sharpens all my knives. This is my buddy.
That's the Joe.
That's the Joe.
The
That's
Joe.
So you definitely deserve the balls. Where did the ball tradition start? When did you get those?
Oh my god.
The
So
Asher knife.
trying to think. Oh yeah, it started with the Asher
because I
knife.
called it a ball sack on its review, and the guy behind Asher Knives is
That is such a ball sack.
Right. That's what I said, and he's such a great dude. I said that in my review, and he freaking.
I
laughed.
never
Like,
noticed it either, though. Like,
Yeah.
I loved this knife for like a year and didn't even realize it. I sent it to Kyle to review, and he's like, there's a ball sack over here.
Like really pretty clearly a ball sack. No
Yeah.
question about it.
And the guy, Justin, designed it. He didn't notice. Like, it's funny. And the guy behind Asher's a really, oh shit, there's rust on here now, too. What the fuck?
That's that ass
Look.
sweat, man.
Can you see the rust like on the clip? You can't see it, but it's there. There it is.
Yeah. Just
It's fucking ridiculous.
That's
But yeah, he
titanium.
was a great sport about it and everything.
Isn't that clip titanium?
But then no, this has got to be a steel clip. I mean, there's no way he sold this with a titanium.
Put a magnet on it and see.
How could it rust?
That's what I'm saying. If it's titanium, okay, all right. I'm just saying.
But yeah, then a viewer, so Lone Wolf, he might be in the comments. I forget the number, and then Lone Wolf, he sent me that ball sack. So now I use
So now the
that.
question
And
is,
then
where did he get it, and why did he have a ball sack laying around?
Oh, he
he
totally
ordered
searched that
it
out
from,
just for
like-
Kevin. It's his own.
he ordered it from like an auto parts store or some shit.
An auto parts store.
Yeah. I forget. I got it directly from him, so I know. Something like that. It was funny. And then Kyle Lanfear sent me a hank that has dicks all over it on clouds. So
Perfect.
Yep. just weird shit, right?
Javon.
Channel traditions. Sorry, I wanted to try to get this off before I forgot.
Are you just
Okay.
what are you trying to get the rust off? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I just use a rust eraser. Comes right off usually. It's usually just like stupid surface rust, you know?
Yeah.
It's cosmetic for the most part, as long as you're taking care of it.
Yeah, I mean, if I take the knife out of the case and look at it, I'll catch it pretty quick. But there's some knives like that sit in there for months without me ever like really.
Do you have
touching
like
them.
silica gel packets everywhere?
Dude, I have these things from KPL everywhere.
Hmm.
But I need some silica ones. They now make this thing, it like sucks the humidity out of the case, but like you need to shut your case for these, and I leave it open. Like
I do the same thing. Mine's always.
I don't
open.
know. I do need to just throw some silica packs around though. But I save them and then I ship stuff with them, you know?
Yeah.
Just random stuff though. But I've had my like my field duty EDC
Javon
sitting
says,
over there. My my F5s, like they all sit over there in the same spot and they never get any rust on them. Like so why is it that some, I mean, it's obviously the steel on some of them sucks or whatever. But yeah, I never get them on my like.
Yeah. Do you own a dehumidifier? Someone just mentioned
Yeah.
that.
as bougie as Kevin
Oh
is.
no, I
he
no, I
owns
don't.
it.
I do in my basement, but not like in my room. I should get one. I should get like a mini one and just put it next to the.
Yeah, they make little ones, so you could get that and put it right next to the case.
But then I'd have to like empty the water out every 5 minutes, probably.
I mean, if it's that humid in your place that's rusting constantly, then yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start getting more Vanex knives. I mean, that's the plan.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully more companies start offering that.
Dude, I would love to have my knife made in fucking Vanex. That would be the coolest thing ever.
Son of a bitch.
When
Look at
is
the
that
edge
going to
on that
become a
one.
thing?
When it's available, I guess. I don't know. It must be hard to get, and it's super expensive because I don't think these are $300 knives. Like,
No.
but the Vanex makes them $300 knives.
I
almost think it's like an extra $100 to use the steel.
I was talking with Marianne from TRM, and she said that she tried to get Vanex, and that they basically said it was going to be like a 14-month wait before she could get enough to do a small run of knives.
Damn. When was that though? When did you talk to her?
That was maybe 4 months ago.
Okay, because I mean, with the Wu and everything, I'm sure that probably has made things backed up anyway for all kinds of stuff. So,
but everybody's fucking getting Magna Cut. Apparently, it's gonna be on everything next year.
Dude,
it is so fucking hype. I like Laren Thomas as a person so much. He's definitely my kind of nerd. But like, people are going fucking crazy for his steel, and it's really good at a lot of things, but it's not the best steel. Like, it's just
depends on what you want. Depends on what you want, right?
Exactly. It's not going to be the best steel for some kinds of knives, but people are acting like they should put it on everything.
Well, the reason
they're
put it on everything is because it's the new hotness, right?
Yeah, it's the new hotness.
Thank you, Javon. Love you, brother. Hope your trip to Vegas was
I've got a knife
good,
coming.
dude.
I've got a handmade custom knife coming that's going to be in Magna Cut, and I'm hoping to get it by January because it's been.
But that knife makes more sense to me. So that's going to be a Sean O'Connell custom knife. That dude makes big ass beefy fucking folders, right? So the Rockwall from Tactile Turn. Why the fuck would you make that in Magna Cut? I'm not going to take the Rockwall out and baton with it. Like, so Magna Cut essentially is you take M390, you lower the edge retention like
a hair, just a little bit,
20%, let's call it, and then you add toughness and a little bit of corrosion resistance. Maybe they're pretty close in corrosion resistance too. So you're basically, what I've heard is it's a stainless like 4V essentially.
See, and that's why I'm so excited about it, because edge retention to me, since I don't use my knives every single day, I use a different one. I'm not as concerned with edge retention.
I get that, but like, why are you concerned with how tough it is?
Because I'm a prepper.
That's a lower thing on my totem pole than edge retention. For me, it's corrosion resistance, edge retention, toughness. Like, it's an EDC knife. These are going in my pocket to open packages and for people to cut cardboard. And why does it matter how tough it is? Like, what if I run into a staple? You don't think Magna Cut's gonna fucking chip when you jam it into a fucking staple? Like, that shit's still gonna happen.
Like, I had an experience with S30V with my Shaman, right? I went to cut a package open. And it had those little wires, like very small wires in it that I didn't realize was a wire. I thought it was just a plastic tie. And when I went to cut through that, it chipped the blade. Like something as small as that. And that's the reason I like toughness more for those kinds of tasks.
Yeah, but I feel like that metal wire is gonna fuck Magna Cut up too.
It might. It absolutely
and
might.
that it's also going to just depend so much on your actual angle of your bevel. Like if there's steel there, period, it might, but no matter how tough your steel is, if you've got a really thin.
My point is, on a knife like the Shaman, Magna Cut makes some fucking sense. Yeah. But on the fucking Rockwall,
which is like a letter opening
knife or whatever, like it's not made to be hard to use. It's a thin, slicey knife. Give me a steel with good edge retention. Like I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But like everybody's using it on everything. Like people are gonna make slip joints with it. Like what the fuck? I'm so confused. Like, I would much rather see Vanex blow up. Why is that? Like, they just can't get it. It has to be the reason. Because I would put it on everything if I could.
Right. People are going to put it on their knives because people are going to pay for it. That's the thing. It's the new thing. People want to try it.
Like the knife I'm working on, we're shooting for like $250 to sell this knife for, right? I'm not promising that. I'm just saying we're shooting for $250. Titanium 20 CV M390 LMAX, one of those probably. Carbon fiber, micarta, bolster lock, right? That's enough information. if I could
Anybody wants to see the
get
knife?
Van-X, if I could get Van-X and had to sell it for $350, I would 100% make that decision and do it.
Or at
Like-
least get the prototype made in that just for you, so you can keep that in your ass sweat pocket.
There you go.
Keep it in my case. My God. Like, I don't know. I just don't get the whole Magna cut. I know I'm pissing people off, but like right now, my favorite steel is probably LMAX.
I do love LMAX. I really do.
I think the
Yeah.
thing with Magna Cut is that it is better at certain kinds of things. And so if the industry focused more on matching steels to use cases, then great. But it's
Right.
going to sell because just like Kyle said, it's the hype steel. So people want it. And so they're going to put on the knives because they know it's going to sell. And so it's that.
Right.
The
Right.
whole,
They just put it on whatever because they hear it's, like Kaiser making they made a fucking Kaiser Feist in 3V. What in the God's fucking name are we doing?
Really?
Like,
why?
Really?
it's called like the
What is
Deadpool
that?
fight. I swear to God, guys. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I think it's called the Deadpool Feist. Hold on, Kaiser Deadpool Feist. Let me look it up. Not joking. I swear to Christ, this thing is in 3V.
That does exist. That absolutely exists.
CPM 3V Deadpool Feist, and people are going gaga over it.
Why'd they make
Like-
it pink?
It's Deadpool. It's red. It's like Black Micarta, but red. It has a little bit of white in it. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, if you want to do that with a sheepdog, okay.
Yeah.
But like, you're gonna
hold
do
on.
it with this little
Let's
dinky
make-
front flipper. Oh, I'm gonna go take my Feist out and fucking
Hold on.
smack it through a tree.
about
Like, what the
Think about it
fuck?
this way. Think about it this way. Okay, so people collect PM2s and every freaking steel that there is.
That's
And
true.
That's what people like. There are some people that that's what they want, man.
That's true. There's definitely like a Pokemon
Lewis!
Catch them all thing going
What's
on.
up, brother?
Right.
Lewis in the house.
What's up, dude?
He's a local dude too. He was at the meetup.
This
He's
is
got
a.
My
I
other
got-
nimble right now.
I got this little native. I got this in S90V specifically because I know that I am doing slicing. This is going to be a box opening knife for me, and so I want it to have edge retention above all else. And
Yep.
I'll be fucking damned if I try and go baton anything with this. You know,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
tiny
like-
little knife.
That is.
I love the little native too. For a guy with big hands, a little native, I really like that knife.
Yeah, they do the choil right, so it fits in
They
your
do.
hand.
They do. Yeah, see, you don't usually do big knives. I've got to send you like the biggest fucking knife I have to review just to see what you think.
My
I'm putting,
hands, like, it won't
I'm
even,
putting
like-
Lewis's channel in the comments, guys. Go check out Addicted to Knives.
Hmm.
He's a cool dude. Yeah, go check it out. Higher HRC in premium knives uses up some of the chromium to form carbides, therefore lowering stainless properties, so they rust.
Correct, sir.
Interesting.
Oh, great.
But I don't have issues with premium knives. Like, I don't know. It's usually non-premium knives that I have the issue with. And if it is a premium knife, like say, I would call the Nimble a premium knife. Like, it's not a budget knife or whatever. It's
Yeah,
because
the
they
price
bead
point.
blast the motherfucking hole, and that's just what happens. Then it's in my back pocket, and well, it fucking rusts. Like, but the blade doesn't rust. I don't get rust anywhere else. It's just the fucking bead blasted spots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually
Um,
when you want to have a satin blade, so you don't want the whole thing either tumbled or blasted, but you have that cutout. You want to break the edge somehow without tumbling it. So that's usually why they do it.
Yeah.
That's why they do it, because it's easy to just blast that spot. That's what they do on every knife that has a cutout like this. They blast it. Like,
Yeah.
is there an easy way? Is there another way to do it?
I
I
mean,
don't
really,
know.
with machining, with the proper machining, you could break that edge
Yeah.
with a machine. A whole, it's relatively simple. It's a simple tool path.
Yeah, but they're just not machining that blade in the first place. That's just like not how they're doing the cuts. So they never
Well,
have that.
they've got to be doing that on like the nimble, that shape. They've got to be doing that with a machine, with like a mill, right?
Yeah, they got to mill that
Yeah,
out. They got to use
probably water
end mill, right? Wouldn't it be an end mill?
Yeah, probably a ball nose end mill that goes in there and does that whole
Yeah.
to get that
That's
out.
true.
They
They'd
probably
have to,
do
like,
it before they.
stuff.
They probably do it before they cut the hole. Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it depends on how they cut the hole too, because I'm sure they don't do like a wire in. Most lock bars.
I'm
are
surprised
wire
I
in
knew
Yeah,
the
the
word
lock
end
bars
mill
don't
there.
work.
which is actually a
Nailed
pet
it.
peeve of mine. I had an Artisan Cutlery Centauri, and I think they fixed this because I made a video and they actually commented on the video, said, "Hey, you know what? We didn't even notice that. We're going to try to fix it." They might have already, but the wire EDM burn was like the whole knife was so beautiful. It was blasted. The finish was awesome, but they left that wire EDM burn. They didn't even blast it off, and it was kind of a pet peeve of mine. And a lot of people do that.
I got more of these edges. I got edges for days from Joe. Look at these fucking things. Guy's a monster. Have you tried a Kunwu knife, Kevin?
I have not. No, I've never had one of those.
Oh, you got to try the towel.
You
It's
like
a
little
knife.
knife? You like little knives? You should try the mini
No.
towel, dude. It's so small. What?
How little is it?
It's like a
little-
keychain knife, dude. I had one. It's like the size of that Ferrum Forge knife you have.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's like 2.3-inch blade or something. But you don't really want to get one because it's like $180 for it.
I don't think it's that small, but it's pretty small.
Dude, it's fucking tiny. Like I could barely. The one I had, I gave away to OCD for EDC's wife because I was like, that's just too small. And the large one might be a little too big for you. It's 3.5-inch blade, but this thing, dude, look at this.
Yeah,
it's on multi-row bearings. Dude, this thing was $134 on the Kickstarter, and it has M390 titanium. Damascus pivot collar. Like it's just.
It was
dumb.
the deal of the century, is really what it was.
How are they doing it at the price point?
I don't know.
Kickstarter.
They're doing another Kickstarter right now for Axis Lock Model 1. They're like 150. Carbon fiber or titanium L-Max for $150.
I just looked it up. The mini one is 2.36 inches, and that's very, very small. Yeah.
Dude, it's tiny. This is 3.5. They should have done the mini at like.
Use it.
Yeah, they should have done the mini at like 3 inches, and it probably would have been a freaking awesome knife.
I think it would have sold like hotcakes, actually, because some
I
people think the towel
love
is just
the
too
towel,
big.
dude.
And if they would
2.36 is like why like normally if you see something under 2.5, it's going to be 2.49999 because they're just
how
trying
big
to
is the knife we're giving away tonight is the Wee Thug, and this thing's fucking tiny. Like, no, it's not. It's not that small. Sorry,
it's just stubby looking.
Well, no, it's pretty small. I mean, here's the F5. I mean, it's still pretty small.
Oh yeah, wow, it is. It's smaller than I thought.
I don't think I could do that because it doesn't have a finger choil. I don't think I would be able to wrap my fingers around it.
That's 2.625.
That's okay, Kyle. You're not gonna win it anyway, so.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
It's smaller than I expected it to be. 2.625.
Yeah.
That's
it's
tiny.
pretty small.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
It's like Kyle's dick, basically.
Hey, that's way too long for my dick.
We have a running joke
How's
that
the
Kyle
girth?
has enormous balls and a tiny dick. That's the running joke for some reason. Don't ask why. I don't know either. But yeah, this is the marbled carbon fiber Wee Thug. This did go around the pass around group, so I don't know how the edge is. Usually they're still pretty good. Yeah, it's still pretty good. But so shout out to the Apex group, David Blade Banter, who runs it. After it gets reviewed by everybody, sometimes the manufacturer donates the knife to the group, and then David will run a raffle for anybody who reviewed it. And my name came up, so I won this. And I figured I personally hate this knife, so I'm gonna be upfront about that. This clip, if you win this knife tonight, if you decide not to sell it, be an asshole, and just take $200, which I guess is fair, but like that's kind of douchey. If you don't do that, I suggest you just bend this clip a little bit or something.
Yeah,
because
look,
it is one
City.
pokey son of a bitch. Like,
why did they make it that fucking tall?
it's worse than the sumo, dude. And
Yeah.
like, those knives, I just don't understand what they were thinking. The sounds on this, the acoustics, is really good. I really like, because of the
love the
marble
blade shape.
carbon fiber. It really like.
The
I
blade
don't know.
shape is freaking sweet. I love the way it looks there. It's just too small.
Yeah, dude, it's a sexy knife, and if you like smaller knives, like, it's cool. I don't love the clip, but I think it's 20 CV and all that. It's like a $260 knife, so somebody will win that bad boy tonight.
Boom.
So shout out to Wee for that.
But they
Uh,
have to fix that
shout out-
clip. Like,
Shout out
they
to
do
all
that.
of our veterans, because today is the Veterans Day giveaway, right? So shout
Yes.
out to all of the people who have
Yes.
served our great country. We really do appreciate you.
We do appreciate you. And actually, we have the knife to give away. We have KPL sent me a new stock of stuff. Now I have these 3 packs of KPL. So you'll get ultralight, original, and heavy. I know a lot of people have been trying to get that ultralight. So you got that. And then I got a Bees Blade sticker. I'm going to go through these quick. MBK sticker. That one's pretty sick. Flipping the Fanch. We got a Brandon Thrasher unedited. I don't know why I said that like a hillbilly. We got a Brandon Thrasher. Welcome. Come on in the garage. Let's shit the chatter. Let's shit the shatter. Lefty EDC. Got D10. Lions Jewelry. We got a NAF Surgeon sticker. Choir Boys. Cutlery. Devil's Finger. And a Quiet Carry. And then
Oh, fucking everyone has stickers.
Yeah.
I got a shirt here. Knife Dude gave me these at the meetup. It's a Knife Dude shirt. Check
Oh,
that
cool. I
out.
didn't know he made a shirt. How did I miss
And it
that?
says Stay Sharp on the back. And this is an XL. I'll check if I have any other size and you can pick.
That
He
might
gave me
fit around my
2.
leg, maybe.
This
Yeah.
one is an X. So they're both XL. So you'll win an XL shirt with all this stuff. So that'll be the giveaway whenever we get around to it. I don't know.
That's a lot of giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I make stickers? Everyone
Who?
apparently
Yeah.
has stickers.
Dude, so here's what
sticker
you do.
mule.
Yeah, you go here. I'm going to show you actually. So watch this. You go to stickermule.com. Stickermule.com. And you sign up for their newsletter. Every week, sometimes every day, they have a deal. I haven't checked this in a while. Right now, it's not a great one, but right now it's $19 for 10 2x2 keychains. So you can get, for $20, you can get 10 keychains with your logo on it. But every week they do a different one. Usually it's like 50 round stickers, 50 corner, like square corner stickers, 50 holographic stickers, and it's like $30.
Yeah, sometimes as low as 20. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I do, like, I was doing it like every week. I would just get more stickers, or like I had poly mailers. I had all types of shit from them because it's way cheaper than doing like normal orders. Or you could just order like 500 and just bite the bullet and spend $100 or $200, you know?
I feel like I would want to micro edit my logo before I put it on anything. I made that in a couple of hours before I opened up my channel, and I had like 4 edits that I sent to my friend Dan. He was asking if it was legible and whatnot. And
I think you're overthinking it. Just get the.
I overthink everything. That is like the definition of the way my brain works.
Well, just get get them, dude. But yeah, get stickers. And I mean, I'm not a sticker guy. Like, I don't have a thing full of stickers. Like, whenever I get them, I give them away. Like this, I just take them and give them away.
And there are some people who just
But people love it. Like, people love the stickers. So
I'm not one of those guys either, but people just have things that they put them on toolboxes, whatever, and they just love it.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see the Malibu is dropping tomorrow? So this is a funny conversation we can have. Funny, I said. It's real funny, Kev.
Funny, haha, or
Blade HQ, funny, like douchey funny? I don't know. So check it out. they're dropping a exclusive reverse Tanto Malibu tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, I think.
About it?
So it's blue handled and reverse Tanto. It's the exact same knife they've had before, but it's an exclusive because it's an S45 VN.
Why would you want that other than over 20 CV?
What possible reason?
This is the thing. My theory is they did this. They ordered it before. Because remember, like a year and a half ago, S45 was like all the rage. Like,
yeah, everyone was real hyped about it.
I think maybe they placed that order that long ago, and it's now finally coming out from ProTech, or it's cheaper, so they figured we're Blade HQ, everybody's going to buy it anyway. We're just going to make the extra $20 a knife that we would have if we got it in 20 CV. I don't know.
They're really not wrong. People who's going to buy the shit out of that, they're going to go fly off the shelves. They are.
I'm probably going to buy
I'm
one.
like, no.
If I can get one, I'll probably buy one.
Of course you will.
Just to flip it?
Well, no, I would never do that. I'm not that guy at all. I would do it because I had a blue reverse Tanto mount. It's in my freaking logo.
It's your logo,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I nicked the anodizing. It's fucking Cerakote. And I sent it to Knife Modders, and they basically turned it into a Stormtrooper Malibu. So it's all black blade, black handle, and then all the hardware is white now, and the clip. So they're sending all my stuff back. I don't have it, but I'm like, I kind of need a blue one for the channel.
You're just missing that blue one. You got to have your mascot.
It's weird, right? Not to have. I have a blue haptic now. I could change the logo out, but like, I don't know how long the haptic's going to stick around. I don't know. I just feel like I should have it. And you know what? For me, I don't care with the S45 20 CV. Fuck, it's not that big of a difference for me personally. Like I'll lose a little edge or tension, but it's tougher. So it'll be like having Magna Cut. Just kidding.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point is that like the way that the vast majority of people in the EDC community are actually using their knives, they won't even be able to tell the difference between these steels. It's that kind of thing where like, why do it? Like it's not an improvement, so why do it?
Well, see the thing, like, okay, so it's a very good question. Like me and my mindset, I don't use I carry a different knife almost every single day. I don't use it, and so the edge retention is not as important. However, it's just the what if for me. It's like if I had to use that knife, I want it to have the properties that I want it to have.
Thanks, Chris.
It's probably never going to happen. It's the prepper in me. I don't know. I think that's what it is for a lot of people, probably.
Yeah, there is that sense that like you want to feel ready to do it if it were to happen.
Paper Tiger.
Thanks, Shimwari Warrior. Just sub to D-Tom and D-Tom.
Cool, Corey.
Oh no, everybody calls it. It's not D-Tom, it's D-T-O-M. But
everybody else calls you that.
Everybody else says D-Tom.
Hey, another shout out to all my fellow veterans. Yeah, Urban, thank you for your service, brother. Thank you to all the veterans. We truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I saw a funny meme today that was pretty funny. Pretty funny. Sorry, I don't know why I can't talk. Love you all that serve this great country. True that. Couldn't be said any better, my brother.
That's all, Bubbles.
I need to come up with a sticker too, so don't feel bad. Well, he has a logo at least. He's got you beat there, brother. Hey, Brandon's in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, Brandon.
What's up, man?
I don't call him everyday minimalist anymore. I call him everyday killing it.
He does
holy shit. Like he posted his 20K giveaway video, and by the time that he actually draw the winner, he was at like 70K or something.
He's at 100.
Now he's over 100 now. Yeah.
That's
killing it.
I don't know
Crazy.
where he got the money to buy all those bots, but like
Exactly, right? Like what botnet is running that substance thing?
nah, man, more power to you, dude. So happy for you, man. That's
Oh, man.
that's just awesome.
He knows what he's doing. That's the thing.
You're
Yeah.
putting that work in.
Yeah, he
Sure
figured
does.
out how to do it well and it's paying off. But my
Right.
God, I've never seen growth like that. Has there been a knife channel that grew that fast? I think
I don't think even in Metal Complex grew
No.
that fast.
no.
What do you mean? He's only at 60. So
yeah, but like just like the rate
Oh,
of
Middle
growth,
Complex
regardless of
only
where it
60.
ended up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way Metal Complex could have grown that fast because he's 40,000 less than Brandon now.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about growth, you're from one point to another.
He went
I'm
from
talking about
27 to 100 in a week.
Okay, you're
what?
right. You're right. Okay. Like that's just. I mean, he's doing something very, very right.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
got to put in the
that's
work,
true.
though. I mean, it's just it's all there is to it. You got to put in the work.
Well, I am way behind on these comments. Jesus, man, I am very slow. He said it's been crazy.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, right.
Dude, did I tell you?
I love
All
a
right,
fishy
so
beast.
there was a gas pump. I saw this. I saw this the other day. There was a gas station attendant who rigged the gas pump. When you actually press the handle to put gas in your truck, the pumps would start singing the song "Let's Go, Brandon." I was like, "This is great."
How do you even do that?
I don't know, but I was like, "That's fucking genius."
Oh man.
Oh, that's great.
Little Fit Devil. I think
What's
he's
up?
answering. I think he's answering the question. Who else grew that? I didn't see her in here. But
Well, Little Fit Devil, she's.
I don't know where
she's a chick, and I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, and she's relatively attractive. She shows, her Instagram is. I mean, I'm saying that's a big deal. I mean, that's why she grew that fast.
I really hope
What
she's not
person-
here
What you're
because you just
saying
said
is
really.
that
Oh yeah,
Brandon
she's
has
at
no OnlyFans.
113.
Yeah. No, I'm not because we met Little Fit Devil at Blake Show
Damn.
2020.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
Yeah.
met her.
Great lady, and great channel.
Carla also went him. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say between Brandon and Carla, I'd probably like her ass a little bit better. But, whatever.
Like when you say ass, you mean like little ass? I mean, because obviously she's got a better ass.
I think I meant.
I've never seen Brandon's ass, so I don't.
Look, you can just look
could
at
be holding out on
it.
Tri-state. I mean, yeah, Little Fit Doe's a nice looking lady, but Brandon's a pretty handsome Asian, so.
Now, this is coming from the guy who does gay porn. So we can't,
She seems very nice and isn't hard on the. Yeah. Oh, yeah, caught up. Look at that. That never happens. Of course, I skipped 4,000, comments.
How many people we got in here? I can't
Doesn't
see.
she work for Microtech? No, I don't.
She started, I guess, she's starting to work really closely with Microtech from what
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been doing promo work for them as far as I've seen.
I haven't actually seen one of her videos in a long time. So.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that was because I don't follow any of those like visual women channels, like the showing your tits kind of channels, and so they never show me anything that would even lean in that direction. And so any of the like knife women channels that aren't about being knife people, but about instead being like hot women, I didn't even know any of them existed.
I'm going to get chill for this, but at least Little Fit Devil actually reviews knives.
Yeah.
Whether they're good or not, but then you get like Titty Patina who just fucking just shows her tits and just doesn't even talk. I don't get that.
So I don't know like which channels are which, and I have no idea. And so I don't know which ones are.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm just speaking the obvious.
Yeah.
She's probably a very nice lady. I just want to, if you're
Well, you
do a
wouldn't
knife
know.
review,
She doesn't talk, so.
It's true.
I'm just
I mean, but if you got big boobs, you gotta be nice, right? I mean, it's just the
If
thing.
if there was like a balls patina channel,
it would be mine, but
Right?
yeah.
Kevin, you should start a second channel and name it that.
I'm not into patina, sadly, so it would just be the balls channel.
I mean, if you just let that rust that you keep forming go, that could be your patina.
Balls knives. Yeah, Rusty Balls Knives channel. Speaking of which, have you guys I don't know if Kyle, are you guys either of you into MBK at all?
Yeah. Well, I'm literally holding.
All right. So the pincher here in this fat carbon that I got, so I have this, right? Titanium M390. No, sorry, this is ZDP 189 Sanmai.
With the 420
Yep. But the edge is like 67 HRC.
Yeah.
Has that action, that White Storm fat carbon in it. This is $240. This knife right here, the XLC, is a titanium integral. Kevin, I said it right. Integral. And M390. This retails for $300. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand how they're doing it.
It's an integral. I said it wrong, apparently, because I saw you integral.
I do
too. An integral, it's harder to manufacture an integral than it is.
No, I didn't mean it was expensive.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's fucking dirt cheap. Like, most integrals start at
definitely
$450 or
450, 500, yeah. Yeah, they don't say who their OEM is. They've said that some of them are done by Kaiser, and some of them they just said it's.
That was just because they were early on, I think.
Yeah. So, does anyone actually know who's doing it, or do you got guesses?
No.
I don't know.
Like,
I really hate that. Like, why not just?
Because they don't want people. They don't want somebody to call that company and fucking use them, because then it will back up their stuff.
Because
everybody would do it.
General quality of these things, the price point is crazy.
I want to know though.
It's all they just do it. I just fucking want to know.
Patina balls and blades. Yeah, I gotta change the channel. I'm changing it to patina balls and blades. Look at that. Look at that ball sack just right in your face right there. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous ball sack.
So the thing I will say about this is like that ZDP is amazing so far. This thing is still razor fucking sharp.
I actually gave Joe my slayback today to sharpen, so it'll have a mirrored edge next time I see it. But what were you saying? Show it off.
If you're gonna do Sanmai and do a tougher steel on the outside to give it strength and more corrosion resistance or something, because that's normally the idea. Is you're putting like a super hard edge or retention focus steel in the core, right? And you're putting something that's tougher and more stain resistant on the outside. I would rather than do the key. Yeah, and I would rather them just do something other than 420J, because like I don't like it's just such a soft steel that the very first time I used this cutting through cardboard, it got scratched up cutting through cardboard.
Oh.
And it's the kind of thing like this is definitely a user for me, and I don't care that it has scratches on it, but people will care about that. I know that the market cares about that, and so they're going to get people hating on it. It's a fantastic knife, but they're going to get people hating on it just from the fact that it scratches up. And so if they will use something else that was still very corrosion resistant, I don't know where they're sourcing this from. I don't know what they can get. But there are just way better steels they can use as the jacket steel.
So as far as when Sanmai is made, what are the other steels they use? What is the norm?
It came like that. I had Sanford on last week, I think it was, and he said that was how it was sold. It was sold 420J jacketed, like they didn't choose.
Right. Yeah.
But I think he said something about there are other, like you could just buy true ZDP 189. Like you can't. He said something about like Japan doesn't want ZDP 189 to leave the country or something. Like,
really?
Yeah, I forget. You gotta watch the live stream. Sorry to know, but something about like in its like pure form of just ZDP 189. That's why you only see it on like Spyderco's made in Japan. Like,
yeah. I guess I never thought about it that way.
Bullshit. Best damn EDC has a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's true. But he didn't get them all at once in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's people that are bigger, but it's that rate of growth that just blew my mind.
Yeah,
no, literally like blew the mind. Like I don't even know. I was impressed with how Neves went from like 10 to 20 in a week.
right.
But this was like on a different. I didn't know the knife community had that many people. Was
right?
Like he must have somehow got
especially after 2020. It grew like crazy.
I think he somehow got the pew pew community to watch his stuff. I think that's kind of because Little Fit Devil does it too. She's like always showing up where she puts guns and shit.
Yeah.
And Brandon did a vlog where he went shooting. Like, so I think he's starting to implement that into his channel. And that's where
the time the two are intermingled. You know, you got people who are interested in guns and interested in knives. Not all the time, but you have those intermingles. And
there you go. My audience isn't targeting knife people. You mean you're not targeting knife people?
Well, yeah. What do you mean by that?
Your audience, hopefully they're not targeting anybody. He said that's the hack. That's the hack.
Well, and then for the newer YouTubers that might be in here or watching, word of advice, don't do what I do and say fuck YouTube and Google after almost every video, because I do that and they don't like that. But I also don't give a fuck. So,
right. That's the thing. Like if I made content to get subs, then I would just not do this. But like, that's me. Like that's me. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's saying I'm not targeting knife people. Yeah, you're not. You're not targeting knife people. I mean, you're showing off Benchmates. Like, but no, like I'm dead serious. He's showing knives that you buy at a gun shop. Like he's getting those people, and guess who watches way more YouTube?
Yeah,
those fucking people. But like his goal is to do this as a job. Like, so he's fucking killing it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're gonna do it for that, that's the way you do it.
Yeah, like so if you keep looking at his comments, he's trying to take knives mainstream, and that's the goal, and he's taking that very narrow approach, and he's blowing it up. So I think, and the more that we take knives mainstream, by far the better. Like you gotta get those people into the hobby at all before they become the type of knife nerds that would give a shit about this.
Anybody who would sit here and be like, "Oh, fucking Brandon's like whatever," like, dude, the better he does, the better it is for all of us.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, I don't know. So, if you're that guy, go fuck off.
I got real uncomfortable at first when I first started trying to tell people that I had created a YouTube channel, because I knew that people were going to look at me weird when I said that I'm spending my time talking about knives on the internet. And so just the more that people get used to knives.
It is weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Weird. That's fair. But like my friends just weren't expecting that at all. And the ones that didn't know this was like a hobby of mine or anything like that. So the more that just like, and then some of them, I started talking to them and I started nerding out with them, and they're nerds like me. So I started showing them why I like these things. And they're like, oh, damn. And so several of them went out and bought knives immediately.
No, yeah. Nice. It's amazing how many people do that. Like, the personal people you know in your lives, because I mean, the internet's a big place, but same thing with me. When I started doing that, taking more knives to work and telling people I had a YouTube channel, man, I have so many new friends who just bought gas station knives for all of their life, and now they have things like the Spartan Payless.
That would be awesome, Mateo. If Ramon Chavez came on one time, that would be fucking awesome.
We should do. Hey, we met him, so we could use that. Like, hey man, we met you at Blade Show 2021. Come on, come on.
What is the minimum that you can do to do one of those super chats?
I think it's $1.
Is it $1?
I don't know. Why don't you test it out? Donate $1 to the channel. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know how to do that. Do you have to like enter payment information into?
All right, guys, go to Brandon Thrasher's YouTube channel. Let's get him over the line. Hold on, He's one away from something. What is it, 500? 420. That was legendary, bro. Good job. Here's his channel. Guys, go put him over 420, please. There we go.
420 now.
All right, let's see if we can get it on. Yeah! Oh, wait, you can't see it. Bang! Right there.
Boom.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
Hopefully it's at like 4:30 now when we reload. Come on. Oh, 4:22. All right. Keep
Nice.
going, guys. We're going to get him to 100K tonight. Tonight.
Oh shit! I've gone up 7 since starting this live, so I guess people have.
Boom.
Thank you, appreciate that.
What?
Wait, say that again?
I just looked at mine. I just refreshed the page, and my subscriber count has gone up 7 just since we started this an hour ago.
That's you, man. Did Nick Shabazz grow fast? No.
No, very
He's
slow.
probably the slowest growing channel. I mean, he's had it for like 10 years.
Yeah, he's up there, but it took forever.
He's at 150 now or something.
He's one of the originals, right? Like nothing fancy, kind of same deal. He went.
Yeah.
He took forever, but I mean, he's got locked.
Send Kevin. No, I don't want the One Piece jerky challenge, but I want 3 bags
Oh
of
my god,
your jerky, bro. Come on.
that jerky, man. The one chip challenge, not that bad. That jerky.
You still
was
have it?
I still got it. I nibble on it every now and again, but there's no way I could eat that whole fucking thing in one sitting. There's no way.
That'd be awesome. I used to be really, really into hot sauce shit. Like that was like what I collected as a hobby. I had a whole hot sauce collection before I had a liquor collection.
Oh,
and,
really?
I totally
You're just a
blew out my
collector.
system. I destroyed myself. And
Oh,
yeah, so I can't
That's
do it
great.
anymore because my body just won't accept it. Like
Your body's like,
immediately
what the
says,
fuck
"Hell no."
did you do? Stop.
So I went to this fiery foods festival, and I was living in Columbus, Ohio. And I was at this booth. It was the very first booth that I walked in. I walked in, and the very first booth, and I started talking to this guy. And I had a really pretty high heat tolerance, and I wasn't trying to be a jerk to this guy. I was literally excited about his sauces and the fact that they actually tasted good, not just hot. And so I was saying things like, "Oh wow, I really like the way you balance the coriander in that." And he's like. He got all mad that I could taste it, And so he started working me up this line, trying to get it hotter and hotter. He was trying to beat me. Like he was trying to blow out my mouth. And so finally...
Wait, he was trying... Okay.
But like we're it was the thing, like he keeps escalating and escalating to the hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter sauce. And finally he looks at me and he has this like frustrated look. And he goes, "Fine, you want to try something?" I went, "Sure." And he pulls this little tiny black vial out of his pocket.
What?
How does someone else do $1 then?
He didn't have a message. He just donated $1. This one has a message.
So he pulls this little tiny black vial out and he pours into those little, like ice cream taster spoons.
And hell yeah, Brandon.
Ones. And he hands it to me and he waits for me to put it in my mouth before he tells me that is the like capsaicin concentrate they use. And it's 6 million Scoville units, like
Holy
3 times pepper spray.
Holy shit.
And so like immediately my body started going into shock. I'm sweating in places I didn't know I could sweat.
Thanks, Q-Ball.
Damn.
And so like I mustered up enough strength to buy a bottle from him, like go through the credit card transaction and everything and walk like back into the crowd. And then I had to burst to the bathroom and I ripped off my shirt and everything. And I was just like pouring water on my body on the floor for the next 40 minutes. Oh fuck! And as a result, I ruined myself, and I can't eat hot sauce anymore.
Not, at least not that hot.
Yeah, like fuck. Yeah, that was like potentially criminal, but tricking me to put that in my mouth. I miss that shit though. It was a fun world to live in. Hot sauce is a fun space.
Guys,
it's pretty big on YouTube.
Anybody who spends their time shitting on Civivi is a friend of mine. Please go subscribe to Gideon's stuff, guys. Let's get this sub count up too. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that up.
Go do it.
Back to here. But yeah, if you want to see somebody shit on Civivi, watch his channel, then come back to mine. You'll be good.
He has a knife on his page that you absolutely hate, Kevin.
Who does? Gideon?
His main picture was the 80.
Oh, the 80-15. I want to try a custom.
Yeah.
I've heard the custom is good.
Why do you hate the Cold Steel one?
because
doesn't like the
the
scorpion
lock was so dumb. Like it was
I like
so
it.
uncomfortable
one.
to operate. It was the roughest knife I've ever handled. Like it just was
That's cool.
stupid. Like I
It's
get it,
so
maybe if you wore
rough.
gloves and like,
Yeah.
but if you wear gloves, get an 80-10 and use that. Like I don't really understand.
80-10 is fucking awesome as far as comfort and a big beefy blade. It's like my go-to work knife. But the 80-15 definitely is just like so rough on that GT that G10. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Hey, Chris, I heard the minimum
specifically for gloves.
Bro.
I heard the minimum to donate was actually $100. You should test that out.
You need to get people to try and figure out what the maximum is.
Right? Yeah.
Where's
What's
the
the maximum to leave a message, guys? I'll send it back. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. I just need you to send your bank routing information, then I can deposit the $6 million I've inherited.
I honestly, Kevin, I really, really hope that Grateful Panic is not watching this tonight because
he's in here. He was anyway.
There's gonna be a short tomorrow with him bouncing around and you saying "blowing my mouth out."
Oh yeah, he's totally gonna do that.
Yeah,
he's gonna hunt that down. If somebody mark this, we're at 1 hour and 45 minutes. So it was probably like 1 hour and 37 minutes, or so. I want to see that tomorrow, John. Tri-State. I know all about tricking people into putting things in there. Hey, Naf, what's up, dude?
He was in here earlier. He's been in here, I think.
Yeah, he earlier today in the one group chat we're in, he was like, "So Kevin, I'm keeping your Evo 2.0 because I let it." And I was like, "All right, well then I'm keeping your Tempest." Like, what the fuck?
And then he was like, "That's not an even trade."
Yeah, I'm like, "Well then why would you say something like that? You know I have 2 of your knives, and one of them's like the fanciest knife I've ever handled." But okay.
How do you like
this thing
so far?
Yeah,
you would love this, dude. It's huge.
Yeah.
It looks like something I like, but it's a flipper only, right?
Oh my god, I can't talk to you anymore.
I'm
it's so brutal.
It's
every fucking knife I show this guy's like, but the flipper only. I'm like, yeah, can't have any fun with Kyle anymore. Jesus,
I'm sorry.
I'm like legitimately curious though, because that's an incredibly expensive knife. So what do you feel it's worth in your mind?
Jared, you should test that out and actually see if you can send 500. Sorry, what were you saying, Kevin?
I just want to know what you actually think of that in terms of like where it falls, because that's a very expensive knife.
The Tempest?
Yeah.
Okay, say that.
Isn't
Ask the question again.
What do you think that's worth it?
I think this is worth
I've never held something like that.
$1,800, $2,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that the build quality is there. I know that it's like, it's a dumb statement, but like, it's worth the money, like what he's asking for it, right? But like, no, I would never spend that on. I would buy the Riot made one that's probably fucking just as good. Now they don't make this model. I think they make a mini.
Yeah.
But they make the Evos, the Typhoons,
do you think
and
that
like,
you would ever be someone that would want that kind of like art appreciation thing?
Damn, did you see that? 20 everyday minimalist.
Dude, you're like 480 short though, bro. I mean,
hey, and you're
hey,
right.
special ball sack. You know what? I'll get the knife out for this one. Where's the knife? Here it is. Bang! Double your money, double your ball sack, Brandon. The best EDC knife is the Evo. Tell me I'm wrong, JK. Let me see them balls.
You mean the Evo 2.0 or the original Evo?
Oh, he said their Evo. Oh, he's talking about Sharp by Design?
Evo Typhoon.
I don't know. You got to clarify that, Brandon. I need another $20 donation. No, let us know which Evo you're talking about because I am curious. Yeah, and have you handled the Evo 2.0, Brandon?
The Gerber Evo?
It's going around right now. If you want to check it out, I can have him send it to you. I think that was a joke.
I hope it's not.
You're right.
He's laughing his ass off, so I don't know. Sorry, I wanted to read what 814 said before we got rudely interrupted by a $20 donation. I'm surprised people enjoy watching my channel with all my ramblings I do and I say.
It's all part of it, man. People
Dude. I mean, I probably say as much as you do.
Yeah.
And I for
It's
sure
also one of those
fucking
things,
ramble.
like the more you talk, the more you get used to talking. And a lot of that is like pausing and your brain moving faster than your
Nah,
mouth.
dude.
And
Like, I've never lost it. I still say it all the time.
You don't say it as much as you think you do. I mean, because Kevin's right. Little Kevin.
Jesus, he's not little though. He's older than me, and he's probably taller than me. How tall are you? I'm 6'1".
Oh no, I'm definitely not taller than you. I'm a small man. I'm 5'9", 140
I'm a
pounds.
small man. That's just such a
Like,
weird
him
statement.
and Tri-State, like, together make us a reasonable size.
Like one person.
No. Shit. Now
Try Nerdery. Try say Nerdery. All right. Just don't call him little Kevin. That's just weird and sort of demeaning. I know you don't mean it that way.
I didn't mean it that way.
Just call him Kevin and call me Lefty. We've had this conversation. All right, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Spider-Man.
Yes, there you go. Somebody's phone is going off left and right. Is that you, Kyle?
Dude, that's my vibrate. Yeah, sorry.
That's your vibrator going
It's
off?
your vibrator.
Oh,
God, I hope that's your O face.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay,
Jesus
so Chris
Christ.
is emailing.
goddamn, 1,800. Yep, 1,800. No one watches my channel. I can't even get to 500 subs. Hey, man, all you had to do was say so. Urban Woodsman 87. I gotta look it up though, so I apologize for that. I didn't know about it.
Everyday Minimalist is trying to win your love again with money.
He sent more. Yes. Hold on, Urban Woodsman. This is how you get your channel up there. You send money to Lefty EDC. You guys should see my raw uncut videos. The are bad. Let me see more balls. Hey,
So
man.
that's actually one of the things that Brandon's doing. I
can feed you balls
folks
all
like
day.
I'm not. The editing that Brandon's doing is
Right.
real crispy.
Right. But see, there's another thing.
How do I
Yes, you're
provide
right. You're
$20
exactly right
worth
about
of
that.
ball
His
play? Like,
editing
I don't
is
know.
top notch, right?
Do I tickle him a
Then
little
you
bit?
also have people that
Give him a little
like
tickle?
Tri-State EDC. He does
That $20, put him on my
amazing job
chin.
on his editing. And the growth might not be there. So
Thank you, Brandon.
It's that combination of things.
It is,
yeah.
yeah.
And Tri-State, you're doing fucking amazing editing too.
Oh, the editing, yeah. Backpack.
There's a channel that one of the folks that I tagged when I did the 5 user ones. His name is 2G Flicks, and he's like a tiny channel, like me, I think. But he also is like really putting in a lot of editing work, and he's not done a ton of content, but you can see the escalation in the editing, and that's like I can't do that kind of stuff. It takes way too long.
Go check it, peeps. Urban Woodsman 87. Happy knives, happy life. I like that. Stretching leather, hide and drink, phone slip. Huh. Hide and drink? How do you hide and drink out of your phone at the same time? I don't know. It's confusing.
Maybe it's a flask.
Dude, you're doing pretty... Oh, I was going to say. I thought he only had those 5 videos. Like, you're doing pretty good.
That'd be nice.
You'd be doing awesome with only 5 videos and that many subs.
Yeah, dude, I don't think this is bad at all. I mean, you got almost 500, and I mean, you haven't put a video out in 4 weeks, so like, I don't know. My strategy is bombard you with content. Like, that's my strategy.
You post so much shit, man.
It's a good strategy because I mean, it really works. Consistency. A lot of videos
Doesn't work that well.
I've gone
Apparently,
way down on mine. I just not had the time, but.
My problem is I am targeting the knife community.
You're targeting the bougie knife community.
And I'm targeting the
too, right?
Really small subset of the knife community that wants to hear physics words.
Right. And like we show off we show off. Usually, we show off knives that aren't like
You should,
budget, so that
you should
doesn't
do
help
a
either.
billboard. Kevin, you should do a billboard at like Comic-Con of your channel. You would blow up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And like
There you
what
go.
Kevin just said too, like I've had a couple of people now. I've had like 4 or 5 people tell me that I should feature just budget knives to make my channel grow.
No,
And-
fuck that. Do what you want to do. That's
Yeah,
that's
Like,
my.
they're not wrong. Like that would
Right,
yeah.
make my channel grow faster. But I
if
just
you
don't
want it to. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not like I'm not trying to blow up. I'm trying to make content that is really like what I would want to watch if I wasn't the one making
Right,
it.
and the thing is once you get to a certain point like us,
Damn washing
I mean, there are a
machine.
lot of channels that do budget knives because those get a lot of views, and that's fine. And you can do an honest review, but
Yeah.
now that we're at this certain point, I don't fucking like most budget knives. I just don't. And so if I don't like it, I'm not going to spend my money on it. And
The
then
fuck
like
is a
you know, some
Gerber
of some of
Eva?
these
Is he
groups,
making
I
that
don't
up?
even ask to get them for free anymore. That's-
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing that so I just put a video up where I said
Ask
this,
what? Sorry.
like I don't is to me you can get a really
Oh.
solid knife as a budget knife, but it's
Oh,
just
he wasn't
like,
joking.
it's just doing a really good job of being a basic knife, and
Right.
I don't find that exciting at all anymore.
Right.
And so, what is this a real thing? Gerber Evo is a thing.
It looks like
find
a,
an ultimate version.
it looks like a CRKT M60 or whatever.
Yeah, it
doesn't
really does.
Kit Carson.
It's got to be knocking that off.
No, the M16. That's right. Yeah, that's what it looks
M16,
like.
Yeah. Somebody knocking at your door, like, what the fuck?
Me?
You hear
You hear
it?
that knocking noise?
Yeah.
That's my rain gutter
Wood-
that's leaking.
That's my woodpecker. He sits up there in the bucket.
Her name is Sally.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? What,
Elsa, get back in your cell.
what's knocking right now? I don't
It
Please
seriously
explain.
is like just barely raining here.
Oh,
I'm
okay, it's
leaking my
raining.
gutter and
Yeah.
it's hitting on the thing.
Am I the only person here without a channel?
Hey, St.
Hardly.
Louis would be a channel I'd watch.
Lindy hasn't killing it with the editing. Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
Lindy has been killing it with the editing.
That's
And
very
she's
true.
also been posting her Stripe with that, which is really fun because, man, editing can be a pain in the ass.
Oh, Corey says he still owes you the 5 user knives tag.
I know. I'm waiting. You guys are supposed to do it together. You and Eddie.
How long does it take you guys to make a single video? I mean, I gotta film it, so 20 minutes. No, so like however long it is, and then it takes me most times it takes me like less than 5 minutes to edit, unless I'm like getting crazy and adding a couple things. But I usually just drop the video into an old, like I already have it in iMovie. I just swap the video file, so then the intro is already in there. And then I just shrink down the beginning and the end if it's a face cam one. If it's a desktop one, I don't even do that. I just throw it in, change the title, change the whatever, and then I start exporting. That's the longest part. Exporting a 30-minute video takes,
Yeah.
10, 20 minutes. And then I got to upload it to YouTube. That takes, another 5 minutes to, like 3 minutes to do, and then a few minutes to upload, and then
I
I gotta make a thumbnail. I make a thumbnail and I add some tags. So I don't know.
when
maybe,
I
like,
do.
15 minutes of video, 10 minutes of video of actual work.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. No. So there's a couple of things that are going wrong with me.
Plus the filming.
I'm doing this all on a shitty old laptop that doesn't have a lot of RAM and it doesn't have a lot of like just compute. And so as a result, it takes forever to do anything. Like I'll click something and it'll take 30 seconds for it to register that I clicked it.
Jesus.
So
I
that-
bought a MacBook Pro just for the channel because it was getting annoying to do.
I
on
do
my
everything on my phone. I do
Yeah.
nothing on a computer.
I
Oh,
ran
man.
out of storage on my phone, so I fucking bought a
Because you
MacBook.
buy Apple products, you dick.
Well, then now I have a new phone with like
What,
500
Kevin, what do you
gigabytes,
use,
so it's all
Apple
good.
Or Android?
Hmm?
What do you use, Apple or Android?
Me? Oh,
6
I've
to
got a
10
brand new
hours
Pixel
deep.
6 I
Damn,
just
dude.
got. So this is an Android
Okay.
phone.
All right. So, yeah. So, fuck you, Kevin.
No, fuck. Get off my live stream, you fuckers. Get the fuck out of here.
He always is like, Apple or Android users are poor.
Yeah.
We're pissed, Brandon. How dare you fucking type shit wrong? Like, you're just a bastard. I'm banning him right now.
When I edit my videos, I tend to insert.
Hey, Corey, awesome.
How are you guys? That's awesome.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Oh, I just tend to I tend when I do editing, I like watch back and like do a comment reel on my own stuff. So I'm like editing, fact checking, or like making fun of myself as I go. And so I'm constantly like stopping, adding a text block, and it takes me forever because of how slow it takes to react to everything.
Go check it out, guys.
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes, like if I seriously fuck up, I will put a little notation in there. It's like, hey, I fucked up, and then
my bar for that is just so low. Like it's not even like a fuck up. I just like add in little extra bullshit comments constantly.
Right.
Yeah, you do that a lot, man.
I put in little clips like. If I'm struggling to remember something.
Oh yeah, you do the SpongeBob.
Hours late, that kind of thing. Every now and again, I'll do that.
I'm also making videos that are like an hour long, which is so I'm doing editing. Actually, that's like the biggest thing that I spend time with. It takes fucking forever, and I shouldn't waste my time on this. But I'll shoot enough content that takes over an hour, and I know people don't want over an hour. And so I go in and I like do micro editing to speed shit up and make it so that I can get it down about 45 minutes. And that's still crazy long by normal people's standards, but like I'm trying to fit in so much just
nerdery.
Yeah.
Yep, right.
So that like truncating the white noise bits out so that make it so that it's as concise as I can be.
All right, fine, Chris. I'll give you a ball sack for free. Jesus, all right. You're gonna complain. All right, whatever.
Hey, he's a good contributor to the channel. He sends us some knives.
I'm joking. But yeah, like I couldn't do it if I wanted to be all fancy with editing and doing all that stuff. I wouldn't have a channel. Like I just wouldn't. It's not fun for me. It's not like relaxing to me. Like at some level,
yeah,
Brandon has a good time editing his video. Like, there's no way you spend 6 to 8 hours doing that in your free time and you're not somehow enjoying it. Like, you know what I mean? For me, it would literally be 6 hours of torture.
Hey,
and I would never want to upload.
Let's a lot leathers in the house.
Hey, Jojo. What up?
I think what you just touched on though is like really, really important. It's a matter of yeah, but it's a matter of figuring out why you're making the channel. And like if the part that you find fun is the technical editing, the behind the scenes part, and that's fun for you, then great, do that. Right. And you want to just talk for 20 minutes and post it as quick as you can. You don't want to do any of the editing. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I actually had a lot of fun learning like the audio editing stuff and figuring out how to do noise reduction, how to do equalizing on my voice. I got like a fancy mic to try and make it sound good, but I had fun nerding out about learning that new skill set.
With the only exception to this is if you have an absolute bitch voice and you like have to disguise it like Tri-State. And so now you're editing just because you have to, and then maybe you get good at it, and then all of a sudden it becomes a skill or something.
To be fair, I mean, when you're 6 to 8 hours for his whole process, I mean, he has to add in there watching some of the gay porn. I mean, if he adds that in, it takes 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah,
it's true.
He has to be careful. He has to go over each video with like a microscope to make sure he didn't slip up or like leave a dildo out on the table or whatever. Like he's got to clean that jizz up off of the counter. Like, so if he doesn't get all that perfectly, he's gonna like get a YouTube strike, and he can't have that. So.
Nobody cares about YouTube strikes.
Is that the slayback? Yes, it is, Barry. I know you're an MBK fan. You have both, right?
Yeah, I got the other one right there. I had this one first, of course, because it came out first. And I realized that I liked this blade shape so much, but I wanted a locking version.
I love the blade shape.
I cut myself pretty bad on this.
Yeah, you told us on a video.
I was cutting on a surface, and that downward pressure I was using by putting my finger right there.
Ran out. And the surface ran out.
Yeah, I was putting over the edge of a table, and when I got to the side of the table, it went bonk. And
So what's different? The flipper tabs up top and the
so they're both. They call this one the flipper, but they're both flippers. They just one has a top flipper and one has a regular.
I think
flipper.
they call it that because people understand it means locking. I don't know.
And
I
so
didn't
this
get that either.
This one's still a flipper tab knife. It's just a
Yeah.
double D10.
I would have called it the locking.
Yeah, and they
Or
did a
something.
pretty good job. Like you can close this, but this actually requires a fair amount of force.
That's the
Like,
one
you
that cut you.
And that's actually why it cut me, because it has enough of a force up here that when you finally break it, it swings home really hard. Like it's a full-on snap home. And so it hit my finger with a pretty good amount.
Naff. That's funny.
Yeah, I've never been I don't know, like the double detent thing
That's
can
you,
be a little
MacBook,
fidgety.
baby.
I'm just never been a big fan of the double detent. And I don't really know why. I mean, it can definitely be fidgety. Maybe I need to give it another shot. Maybe that's what I need to do.
It's
Give
just fun to be able
the
to do
double
what I was just
detent?
doing.
It's
Yes.
absolutely fucking stupid. It's just stupid. Because here's the problem.
It's for fidget only.
Yeah, so what happens is you end up with a knife where you sit there and you do this the whole time. And then because I'm OCD, I'm trying to do it over and over and over and over and over and never fail it. And then it just like becomes a game. And then it just ends up being a thing that actually is like annoying to have because like you're trying to perfect this fucking stupid skill that you can't. And I don't know. So I had a prototype concept fucking Fusa. That's the fucking name of a knife, by the way. The Fusa. Who the fuck names your knives, Concept? Which reminds me, did you see my story today on Instagram? Concept posted a fucking picture of the Warrior, which is like a Tanto with carbon fiber. And he like wrote this whole story in broken English. And at the bottom he wrote, it's fucking, what did he say? Tactical classy. I fucking took a screenshot, circled that bitch, threw it in my stories, and was like, for the James Bond in your life. Like, what the fuck, Concept?
It's an oxymoron, man.
So
Tactical classy.
I bought this knife because I wanted to like figure out how double D10s worked. Like I wanted to know how they're implementing it. Like I bought it to take it apart and look at how it's done because I wanted to nerd out a bit.
Of course,
but I liked this blade shape so much. It's
so
such a good piercing knife and such a good utility knife that when I saw that they made an actual like locking version, I knew I wanted that.
They're doing an XL too. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be one. That one's gonna be too big for me in my.
Yeah, I wish it was like these, like 3.5 ish, but it's gonna be 3.75. Kyle's gonna love that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's flipper only. Sorry. He was about to fucking say that too. Alex is asking you, Kyle, about stickers. Did you send them, you lazy bastard? Nope. He did.
Fuck. I keep telling him that I'm so horrible. I am really fucking horrible about doing that. Like I've got envelopes. I don't even know if I have stamps. I've got to do this. I will do this. I promise.
I don't know if he's talking about a phone or something. What's a Moto Edge? Is that a phone?
That's gotta be a phone. Motorola, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Am I catching? No, I'm so far behind again. Damn, you guys leave a lot of comments, man. So annoying. I'm catching up to just where Lancelot Leather showed up. The main reason I don't get most Wii or Civivi knives is because the pivots are gaudy as hell and ruin the look. So here's the thing. I actually really dig this pivot. I love that. I like how they do that because look, they didn't put it on the blade. Like on this one, they had to put the Todd knife and tool one, but I like how it keeps the blade clean. It keeps the clip clean. Like, so it just has Wii right. I mean, you got to have a pivot. So like, I don't really care that the pivot has that on there.
I just don't like the font they're using for this.
It's pretty fucking good.
The font they use for their Civivi logo just kind of looks slightly Comic Sans to me. Like it just looks really
cheap.
Yeah, it looks cheap.
But it is cheap.
Yeah, so like, it looks cheap. And the best things that are cheap don't scream cheap at the same time. And so I really liked this version that they did where they just kind of like made it monotone. So it's just kind of doesn't.
I never saw that. I hate the Elementum with a passion. I just don't understand why
I didn't
people think
mind
it's
it.
so good.
The button lock Elementum was a fucking atrocity, but
Yeah.
Tactical, classy, classical.
But the actual Elementum itself, I didn't think was a bad knife.
I got the Elementum because I wanted to understand why everyone loved it, and then I kept it around because I wanted to use it as a reference point, just constantly remind myself what people are saying. So,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that considered a modified Warncliffe? No, I would consider it just a Warncliffe.
Which one?
Slayback?
Slayback? Yeah, that's like pretty quintessentially Warncliffe-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, just parts that radius further back than maybe some that you're used to seeing. Maybe
he did not even send me a sticker with his knife. That's because he doesn't have any, Brandon.
He's talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have them. I do. I just always fucking forget that. I always do because I still have a ton of stickers.
Dude, thank you. So Brandon says, Brandon White, we literally have the same. I swear to God that Brandon was in here on 2 fucking devices or something. Because I'm like, that's Brandon, right? Like, that's his last name's with a Y. So I'm like, wait. Anyway, it's not, apparently. Doppelganger. So what do I do to enter the giveaway? Oh, I see how it is, bro. That's all you're here for, huh? All right. Bro, I'm gonna make you wait. I'm gonna make you wait a little longer. I'm just kidding. I do have to wrap this up because I'm about to start getting text messages with sleepy faces in them from my wife.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on for an hour, and that's kind of not happening.
You never do that. That's why you don't come on, because you know this is going to happen.
I've been so busy.
Take care with the Roxy. That finish on the handle scratches up so easily. The flamed Anno?
The tiger stripe?
Really? I've been carrying it back pocket. I haven't been babying it. It's only been 3 days, but I've been carrying it every day. It's literally been. And something I hate is they're calling this a stonewash. Like, go fuck yourself. This is a B plus. Like,
yeah.
Would you call this a stonewash? Here, I'll hold it up better.
Well, I can't see it very well.
So, for example, here's my Roosevelt. No, this is a great example, but that's a fucking stonewash.
Yeah, when you put them side by side, then you can really tell.
I mean, you could tell there's no stone marks. Like, usually you see like little specks and shit. It's so clean.
Yeah, the point of a stone wash is to hide scratches for wear, and that doesn't look like it would do that.
Yeah.
No, and it's probably gonna rust real fucking easy. Luckily, it's S35, so it might not. I'm actually glad. But S35 and a bead blast for $238 is pretty pricey from Wii, in my opinion.
And we know that S35 can rust with a bead blast finish because your ass wet has made that happen.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
what are you talking about?
Eventually rust
S35 and a bead blast?
Yeah, that was on the Medford.
Oh, you're right. I thought you were gonna say the thick boy, and I was gonna hit you with a little tidbit. I know that the prototype was actually an M390, but never mind. How do I enter the giveaway? You gonna ask me again? I'm just kidding. That was probably the same comment. Sorry. Everyday Minimalist says, "Let's go, Brandon." Get it? Okay. All right. So normally, you guys are gonna love this. Normally, we do the middle name game, and everybody fucking hates it, but I love rubbing it in. So, Kevin, if you don't mind, would we be able to use? Don't say it. Would we be able to use your middle name?
Yeah, that's fine.
So you'll see on your screen, you know where you see comments? There should be a thing that says private chat.
Okay.
Put your middle name in there so we can see it. Make sure you put it in the private chat, not the comments.
If I fuck this up, then we'll just do a different thing.
I mean, if you're in the private chat section, you got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. All right. So we're gonna do. Everybody's saying Biden is watching. No, he's not. He's too busy having his ass wiped.
Either that or asleep.
That was funny that I heard. My dad last week was like, yeah, he fell asleep at something. And I'm like, really? But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to say go. Y'all are going to start guessing his middle name. And we going to give away a Wee Knives Thug. KPL, big shout out to KPL for always sponsoring the live streams with free shit. I appreciate that. Thanks to Knife Dude for the shirt. Hope you're an XL, whoever wins. And then we got all the stickers and you know this already. I'm just torturing y'all. Here we go.
So hold on, wait, he's got to say go first.
I just did.
He just did.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And our screen wins and blah blah. Basically, what I say goes. Go fuck yourself is what
Right.
the rule. Those are the rules. Oh shit. Oh god, it happened again where it went way too fast all of a sudden. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Thought I just saw it. Nope. C. Lemansky, your logo looks like a Chris Reeve logo. Every time I see it, I'm like, Chris Reeve's here? I'm like, what? Why would Chris Reeve be here?
Wow, these are going way faster than I can read.
Yeah, but none of them have gotten it yet. That's crazy, right?
It's not like
Everyday Minimalist is trying to get his money back. And you're allowed to guess multiple times. That's why I like this game, because it's not just like you pick one number and you wait a half hour for somebody to tell you.
People are getting kind of weird. Like some of these names, just I am
we got one.
White.
We got one. Oh yeah, he won again. This fucker, he wins every goddamn giveaway. Ian, you bastard! I'm pretty sure he's in the U.S. I say this every time, and I know he is because I've sent him shit like 10 times at this point. Let me look it up. I literally am probably just going to be able to search his name, and it's going to come up. Yep, there it is. He's in Portland. I swear, it was last time I said that. I was like, look, when was the last time I sent him something? I'll tell you right now. It was on September 10th. It was that long ago. He won on September 10th. He won. Or it was probably like the 9th, but still. Yeah. Swear he won. Well, that was only like a month and a half ago. Anyway, good job, Ian. Once again, coming in clutch. Winning shit. That's what he does. That's what he does. Watch, the viewers is going to go from 86 down to like 37 in the next 4 minutes.
12. Yeah.
So I wanted to, before we, Ian, I don't know why I'm saying this because I have your address and I know, but email me anyway or message me just so I remember. I'll put my email in here in case you don't have it. You should at this point, though. But congrats, Ian. Good job, dude. Always killing it. He said I was the fourth to guess it. Todd says I guessed Christopher early on. I didn't. I don't know. Here we go. I see Carlton.
Hey, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. You can try and scroll and find that. I'll be right back.
I'm not going to find it. They're probably all past it already. I mean, I read every one.
Chris Stinks. Which one are you talking about? Because I still have your knives. I'm doing the review of the Benchmade tomorrow.
I saw Todd's second. Okay, cool. So, we got backup. Ian was first. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool. What were you saying? Oh, that amalgam knife?
No, it's the skirmish.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said amalgam. I was thinking of that terrible knife that Jake gave me. Piece of shit. That Boker. What are you carrying today? We never did that.
I carried the skirmish today because I'm doing the review tomorrow, more than likely.
Oh, you're carrying it right now?
Yeah, that's what I carried today. It's actually on the table inside.
You don't have a knife on you, dude?
Well, I had it, and I sat it beside me because I knew we were going to do this, and then we didn't. So
All right,
now
so you
I'm
carried the skirmish. What did you carry today, Kevin?
Oh, that sting that I had, because I just got that in yesterday, so that's been in my pocket ever since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had the titanium F5
Boom.
today. Yeah.
So you did get one of those back?
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I said that, I had 2 people offer me them. Like,
Nice.
it was awesome. Yeah. I didn't think that would happen. And then I was like, crap, I got to spend $200 and whatever dollars.
Why do you think that the Sig Aiha one looks like a toy?
So, do you have it there?
I have them both.
Yeah, go grab it. And then I had the Lefty Axon because I met up with Joe for lunch, and there's my wife's message. Told you.
Yeah.
And so I had those 2 on me today. I always have this on me when we have a live stream. It's weird. Okay, so yeah, your webcam kind of sucks, but we'll see. Hold them up like side by side, and it just looks like plastic compared to the titanium.
In person, if I'm looking at the spots that have the exact same finish on them, it's exactly identical finish.
Dude, I've had them both in I mean, I owned it. I didn't have them both at the same time. I can tell you that, but it looks like fucking a plastic toy, dude. I don't know. That was my. I mean, your camera is so bad we can't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my camera.
Your ultra megabytes in Portland, apparently. Hipsters don't get internet. What's up with that?
Yeah, I got absolute garbage upload.
Yeah, so yeah, dude, I don't know.
Making video stuff, like it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to upload a video to YouTube.
Jesus, one video?
Yeah,
that's right, Mateo.
It's an Apple webcam. That's why it's not Apple. Get out of here. Oh, I dropped my ball. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta wrap it up because my wife just texted me. But yeah, dude, it's totally different. Like this looks like nicely finished titanium, and that one looks like plastic to me. And guys, I love Urban EDC Supply. Like
it is literally identical finishes. Like exactly.
Not, dude.
I'll send you some high res photos after this on like chat or something.
It's not, man. I'm telling you, it's different. And then it's the pattern makes it look cheap as shit. I don't know. But I've had other people agree with me on that, so I'm not the only one. Just saying.
Yeah, it's got to be something about that specific pattern and the way that's making it feel for you.
Do you have your burger there? I would love to see the burger.
I've been flipping this in the background.
I did not notice.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow his webcam woke up for the burger.
So this is
oh man,
I'm having to figure out what direction to turn this.
Does it have red in it?
Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but it's
not.
Red,
but I'm guessing
this is red fat carbon.
So guys, if anybody's curious, this is that dark matter fat carbon that Leon Ma's using on the it's not red, but it's black. But that's what it's going to look like.
The only difference is that there's like little dots of red in this, and so it'll look just like this, just without the red. And I don't think the red's even coming through anyway. And this is that same kind of hand satin finish.
Yeah.
It's the sheep's foot version.
Which you don't like for some reason.
It's because it shows wear instantly.
I'm not a big hand satin guy myself, but on the burgers, it's just like it's either that or dark wash. Like I'm not taking a dark
That's the
wash.
thing. If they did a clean, nice stone wash that's like the kind that's on the haptic or the kind that exactly. If they did that, I would love that. But they have that acid wash that feels so at odds with how refined and sleek the knife is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I would agree with that because that knife is pretty sick looking.
But the thing that I can't get over is just so like
Brandon. Thanks for hanging out, dude. It was a blast.
Yeah.
We're gonna have him on again at some point.
These are better middle finger flickers than a lot of knives that are designed and sold as middle finger.
Yes.
Right.
So
I
good.
know. It's crazy.
They work so well. And the large part of why it works so well is because this is how
Portland
much
is still standing.
Okay, side note, people across the country, like my aunt writes me these handwritten letters because she's old. They think Portland is some war zone is on fire, and it's
Portland's
just
good.
normal fucking city. I've been like, while everyone
fired
thought
up.
the city was on fire, I was still going to the normal Portland, farmers market and buying my groceries like the proper hipster that I am. It was like a 1.5 block radius where that riot shit was happening.
You don't want to see all these.
Untouched.
You don't want to see all these comments. Fuck you. FJP. That's funny.
Yeah. So the amount of knife, the way, like the distance here, but the big thing is because of this hollow grind. Because this hollow grind is so aggressive, you're pushing against like a really pretty steep ramp. So you get good traction.
Yeah.
If this was a flat grind, you wouldn't have anywhere near as much grip, and you would like occasionally slip. But with this, it's like perfect.
It really is. Like when Kevin sent me his, man, I was so excited that I could do that so easily.
Yeah, I was really worried at first when I got this.
It's a front flipper only.
I didn't know it was gonna. I didn't know if I'd be able to reach in there this time. The grain doesn't come up as high, but I think they're both really, really freaking easy. But the thing that I want, like, I like this blade shape better, but yours that is, I guess, in the mail, I think it's supposed to come Monday or something like that, Saturday. Anyway, that one is so fucking thin for so long that it rings in that way.
Dude, it's a full it's a full hollow grind.
And it goes,
right.
It's like
I've never heard of that.
So thin behind the edge, like halfway up the blade. It's like paper thin the entire way. Right. And as a result,
that one has a swedge, right? It doesn't. It's not a full hollow.
Right. Yeah. Correct. The blade
kind of looks like a haptic.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say, and I say that in my video. They have different proportions, but the concepts are all the same. Like they both have the same.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I like that because this is a blade shape and profile that I really like. It's really actually the finish on this is just that's what I want it to be. They do have. I guess I might as well hold them up side by side. These blades are just very conceptually similar. They've got hollow grinds that are aggressive. They've got the swedge. They've got the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yours has the same kind of thwack this one does, but it also has that like bell ring. And it's just a much more full sounding noise. And I love the way yours sounds. I miss it already.
Yeah. I love the sounds on that knife, dude. Just like I love the sounds on this knife. I love opening the Rosie, man. It's so nice. I'm eventually someday going to get a Rosie at cost because I don't want to pay the market price on that. I assume really like everything I've heard about it. I really genuinely think I would like that knife. Like I think that would be a very much me knife. But I just can't imagine spending that much money on it. But why? Who cares? You spend that much on another knife.
When I get mine back, I can send mine to you as well if you want to see it.
I do. I've never actually got to check one out. I said the $1,300 thing is like a lot. They're just 13. Too much.
Mine was 11.
Yeah, I was lucky because I got in with the wrap.
Yeah, you stole my spot, you bastard.
Didn't
from Seraphin.
Spot. I was quick like a cat.
I bought a Gavco one-off that was just not for me. Like it was it just didn't, like the blade was so close to the end, and I was just in this like Gavco kick for a second, which by the way I'm no longer.
I remember seeing that on your channel.
Yeah, the Nurse I have is really nice, but it just kept having lock stick. So finally I sent it to Knife Modders. I sent it to Gavco twice to fix, and he never fixed it. Like he just kept saying it was fine. And blaming me for putting like oil on it or something. And to the point where like I got it back the last time and I told him it had lock stick again, literally 3 flips out of the box. It started just being like a brick to unlock. He never responded to me again, which I thought was kind of fucked up. So I sent it to Knife Modders to be carbonized, and I'm pretty, even though I love the design and everything, I'm pretty set that I might just sell it because that's what happens. Like if I'm like, I could love like that could be the greatest knife for me, but like if I'm not digging the designer anymore, like I'm done with you basically. Like if I didn't like Leon Ma, I probably wouldn't rave about his knives as much as I do. They're still great knives, but like part of it is I love him. I really like Daniel Osborne. Like,
and if something puts a bad taste in your mouth, it's just gonna.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So it makes me want to sell the Gavco I have. But anyway, they fixed it. So thanks to Richie. It just needed to be carbonized. What?
Your wife just peeked through the door.
Oh, okay. Mine? Oh, she did text me though, so I gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
But yeah. What was I saying right before that?
Sorry,
I forget.
Oh, just the buying upmarket on Rosie, spending 11.
Oh yeah. So I had that knife and I'd already spent $900 on it, and I was like, I could probably sell it for what I had into it, but I just threw it up on the Oz page and was like, hey, I would trade this towards a Rosie, and some guy reached out and was like, I'm interested, and then I just threw in $200. So like, yeah, I overpaid because this is probably $750 with the way it's pimped out. But to me, it was like I'd already had that money into another. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was a little different than me just straight up handing him that much money.
Yeah, it feels very different. There's some sunk cost quality to it where you just kind of.
So if I were you, that's what I would do. I would take a knife like that maybe is worth whatever, but it isn't really your thing anymore, and just throw it up there and be like, I would trade this towards a Rosie, and then see what happens. Like, it can't hurt.
You did that in the Rosie specific Facebook group?
Yeah. That's what I did. And then like 3 days later, or a couple days later, the guy hit me up, and then he contemplated it, and then it was a no, and then he came back, and I was like, and honestly, this is probably, I might opt to have all of the green stuff be blue, but I love green anyway. So like, I'm just saying, if it was me and I got to choose, this is basically what I would have built, except it would have probably blue instead of green. Because
but the thing is, like you like never find green on knives. It's so much harder to find green knives. So if you like green, then that's going to be the green one.
Right.
Another.
Right. That's the thing. Like, I love the way it looks as is. So like, it was just like perfect. So the only reason I'd want another one is because I kind of want one of the newer ones that drop shut.
So but what's he doing different?
Hey, Kevin?
Yeah.
Sorry. Somebody just texted me on Instagram and was like, hey, sorry to bother you, but a lot of us in the comments tried getting Kevin's attention to check out Neve's newest video post while you're live, and I don't know what this is about. It's the thumbnail.
Okay.
Try to pull that up real fast before we go.
Oh, I don't even want to know. Oh my God.
What?
It looks like Kara's ass.
What?
He's a shill. He'll use her. I'm just kidding. That's exactly what it looks like. Look. In a thong.
What is the thing that says?
In a thong. He's dead serious? Look at that tactical fucking flashlight. I did a video on one like that, though. That is beyond hilarious.
That's maybe he can now.
Maybe he got no. There's a knife case there, so it's definitely his. That's crazy.
Hey man, if you've got it, flaunt it, I guess.
Right, sex sells.
He does that shit all the time. It's hilarious. It is, and I would tell Jared and Kara, nice ass. Oh, okay. I was gonna say like Jared is a genius. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Use it. I'm surprised you let him do that though. That was straight up like in a thong. That's how he gets videos to go viral. I think she's wearing tights.
I
Yeah,
think so
it
too. I think
might
it's
be
time.
like leggings kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yoga
yeah.
pant kind of thing.
But
I'm
the way
definitely
the
gonna go take a
lighting
closer
is,
look later. I'm gonna do that.
I bet his flashlight video gets more than yours did. Yeah, I did it on a crazy stupid ad. They reached out to me. I was like, sure, I'll check it out. Like sometimes I say yes just to see how shitty something is.
Is that
And
like
it was
glutton
actually a
for
pretty
punishment
good
or
light. What?
Is that glutton for punishment, or like what makes you want to do that?
Because like I don't know. I had one good experience with the Evatech, where like it was funny. So like I
Yeah.
don't know. I'll try it. But it actually was like a really good flashlight. It just had this tactical thing on the front, and like so it had a use case. It just like wasn't for me. All right, I gotta go. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you coming on, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you,
This was a lot
man.
of fun.
Yeah, this was
And
awesome.
thank you, Kyle, for coming on. And thank you to all the veterans. Appreciate anybody who's watching that's a veteran. Much love. And thanks to anybody else in the comments. Sorry I missed the Neves Knives fucking.
I'm glad that someone like went really far out of their way but made it happen still.
Right?
That was hilarious. He said end it with the balls. All right, I'm gonna hang him high while Kyle closes this out. Kevin, is there anything you wanted to say or anything before we go? Plug.
Thanks for nerding out with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's the slogan right there. Thanks for nerding out with me. All right, let it rip, baby. See you guys.
Remember, as always, fuck YouTube and Google. Stay safe in this absolutely crazy world that we're living in, and we will see you in the next one.